Hello, this is Russ Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Delta Green tonight for the RPPR Patreon. This is called Elevating Consciousness. And this is a one-shot where I'm running the game for the patrons of the RPPR Patreon. So if you want to find out how you can play in a game like this, check out patreon.com/RPPR. RPPR. Yeah. RPPR. Great start, Ross. And back at the $10 level or higher, and you too can play in games I run, multiple games every month. And plus there's lots of other cool things. Discord access, let's see here, bonus podcasts, artwork, all kinds of cool stuff. So anyways, elevating consciousness. We have 4 agents with us tonight. We begin the game in an SUV on its way to Lake Calm, a fictional lake in upstate New York, far from the madding crowds. It is a small lake in the middle of a large forest somewhere in New York. I am not going to pick a place geographically specific because that's a lot of work. And people will be like, well, actually, it's not like that. Here's what the 4 agents plus you are all being briefed by your handler, an agent. Let's see here, Castleberry, who is posing as a chauffeur to take you on there and brief you along the way. So this is your in-person briefing. But here's what you all know so far before you've gotten into the car. Modular Synergy, which is a new tech startup that was founded in the last couple of years, illegally purchased technology from a decommissioned Department of Defense weapons research program. It's codenamed SWIFT AXIOM. This technology is potentially dangerous and must be destroyed. We have set up Delta Green, the program, has set up a shell company and have offered to invest in the company to gain access to them. So Modular Synergy runs an employee retreat in a remote location every year. You are all to go undercover to this retreat as corporate officers of our shell company. So the I haven't given your shell company a name. What is it? Name. Let's see here. Delta. Medium names. Your mission is to gain as much intel as possible about Swift Axiom. You are your company in a very original name is called Delta Shift, your shell company. So you're to gain as much intel as possible about Swift Axiom. They provided you with accesses that can extract and transmit login credentials from phones, tablets, and laptops. If you can access any devices held by corporate officers, our offsite team can access their network. So if you believe Modular Synergy has become a vector, you are authorized to use whatever means to contain the threat. Additional briefing is provided will be provided in just a second. But let's introduce our characters. So starting at my to the right of my little icon on the screen, Kyla, who is your character?
Hi, Internet. I am playing... Oh, is this mic working?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, whew, good. I was afraid it wasn't for a second. I'm playing FBI agent Selena Rule. 30-ish, short, bobbed black hair, brown eyes, wearing a suit under a windbreaker, kind of sallow looking.
Okay. Very good. Next up, we have Star Asp, who's playing Stephen Dodd.
Yes. I work for a certain organization with a certain skill set, and I'm definitely supposed to be operating in this country.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
He looks aggressively bland in his 2-piece suit.
Mm-hmm. Very good, very good. And then next up we have Dan Kay playing Ranger Jed Larson from the National Park Service, I believe.
Investigative Services Branch.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Yes, he went to school for accounting. He realized he hated it. Look, Park Service, outdoors all the time. And now he's here.
All right, making a bunch of life choices. And finally, we have Squirrel, who's playing Marcus Riley.
Yes, Marcus Riley, basically a consultant with DIA, works with BHS Solutions. Went for the whole tech bro look. He's like 5'6", short blonde hair, but wearing a suit jacket and a T-shirt from a tech conference.
All right, very good. And so Agent Castleberry, by the way, also looks aggressively bland. Middle-aged guy, kind of a dad bod, sunglasses, cheap suit, stubble. Definitely looks like an overworked chauffeur. But he briefs you in a monotone voice as you get closer to the drop-off point, which is essentially by the access road, where then you'll get into a van which will take you to the retreat, which is up in the deep in the forest. So Agent Castleberry tells you Modular Synergy's CEO is Lucio Bratton. He is described as a very charismatic and intense executive. He is very young, but he is very ambitious. Recently, he founded this company with an engineer named Shelton Hammer. Shelton Hammer has recently left the company on an extended sabbatical, and nobody's quite sure where he is. We've put out feelers, and we have not found him. But if he didn't want to be found, then it would take us some time to track him down. He does have resources available to him that are harder to track. So the company is essentially selling, basically security technology to both the private and public sector. But they used government contacts, and they've had a variety of technical software and hardware offerings in their years. Nothing too impressive. Mostly middleware system between various other systems, and their only sort of field offering was a improved microwave gun, which was sort of a crowd dispersal weapon. It's still in testing. It's sort of middling. Also, there are some human rights concerns, so we're not sure if that will be purchased. But they did use their contacts and purchased this weapons research program called SWIFT AXIOM under the table, and they're attempting to essentially it was such a black ops research program that nobody knows about it except us and the people who actually worked on it. So if they can polish it up, change a few things, they can simply say it's their own research and patent it and sell it. Now, we know very little about SWIFT AXIOM. We mostly know it because it's on a list of, a certain blacklist of key operation code names that are to be censored and acted upon as soon as they are detected. We just don't know why exactly. We have found out recently that we did find a report stating why they are cutting funding. They cut funding for this sometime in the 80s, like 87 or 88. But they said essentially it is it was deemed that the side effects were deemed too dangerous, and the experiment had to be terminated early. And so, judging from what we know about the people who are doing these black ops research programs, if they thought it was too dangerous to continue, it must be extremely dangerous. Now, we know that they were attempting experiments in multiple fields, including energy weapons. They were also in long-range avionics, and also enhancing soldiers, enhancing one might call it transhuman technology, enhancing field soldiers for better battlefield performance. Those were sort of the three key areas they worked in. So it's one of those. Now, given the fact they already have a microwave gun, you might think it's an energy weapon of some kind, but we just don't know. So this retreat, because they've gotten a lot of Modular Synergy CEO Lucio is very good at getting venture capitalist money, and for the last 2 years he's run an annual retreat, which is more like, well, a music festival. There are music acts, there's limitless alcohol, but there's also corporate seminars that are mandatory. There's a lot of promotion, a lot of reinforcing the idea that their CEO is a visionary who's going to change the world for the better, and that everyone else is part of a grander thing. And so that's something to be aware of. Now, because you're investors, you're not going to be, I don't think you'll be asked to do anything too weird, but this is again, your main goal is to get intel without drawing suspicion to yourself. But be aware that of course there's going to be a lot of people that are inebriated. Certainly I wouldn't be surprised if illegal substances were passed around. And yeah, but it is 3 days. It is isolated, but you do have satellite phones which should work. Yeah, I would. I'm not sure what activities are available. They did mention a wide range of activities for people to try out. So many opportunities for you to ingratiate yourself and to gain access to the items. Now, the devices that you have, they're slightly smaller. They're about half the size of a cell phone. And they work. They have multiple login methods. I've already shown you how it works, but just as a reminder, you can plug in. Fastest is plugging in to a USB port or a data port on a phone. But if you have extended access, you can do it wirelessly by Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. And obviously that'll take longer, but you don't have to have it physically plugged in. It'll take 1 to 2 minutes plugged in and 5 to 10 minutes through wireless. And obviously you have to maintain range. So are there any questions?
Are there any other buyers we should be on the lookout for at this retreat?
Perhaps we didn't get that information, but it's not a contest per se. Everyone's just wanting to get in. You're just trying to review the company, see if it's worth investing. They have to remember that their goal is to impress you. You don't have to worry about them, you impressing them. They have to impress you. That is you're the venture capitalist. You represent money that could be put into this modular synergy. You can promise anything you want, but if you make an offer over $25 million, they'll be suspicious. Obviously, we will not fulfill that, but we can make it seem credible on our end if they want to see proof of investment. So, yeah. Any other questions? Selena, did you have one?
Yeah, sir, I do. If you mentioned a list of programs, what happens if we find more of those popping up in their files?
If you find any other well, we cannot give you the full blacklist for security reasons. But if you see any other code names, send them to me, and I will check them on our lists. But I would be very surprised if they were working on anything other than SWIFT AXIOM, because trying to reverse engineer any one of these programs is extremely time intensive and resource intensive. I doubt they would probably want to do one thing very well, then half-ass two things. But who knows? That's true. But yeah, I cannot give you a blacklist. for again security.
Understood.
Let's see here. Jed, did you have any questions?
So just to clarify what we're dealing with here. So it's like they have to respect us. So it's like we're interviewing a perp, except instead of freedom, we want their money.
No, they want your money.
Right. That's what I meant. That's right. Yeah. So instead of they want freedom, they want to get our money. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
want
cool.
your money.
I could do that. Yeah.
And you have to believe that they're a good investment. That they're so you can be suspicious. You can be ask them questions.
So we can be our natural law enforcement selves, sort of.
Well, I would not. I would try to be savvy business investor, not cop. If you
yeah,
that.
I guess that is different.
Yeah, be
all right.
be polite at all. Better to say nothing than to leave them any doubts.
So one question. So this is way out in the wilderness and etc. What is the dress code? I mean, is this thing rugged, camping kind of thing, or is this just hey, there's this weird they built the stadium out here for a music show?
They built an outdoor theater. I do know that. I think music festival, but tech startup. So tech bro, I guess. But I mean, you're the investor. You're not they can't make fun of your clothing.
Got it.
Yeah. So
also, hey, so we're all corporate. Do we have specific roles of the company we've told them or are going to tell them?
You should establish that among yourselves.
That is what I was thinking. We should do that before we walk in there.
All right. Very good. So before you get to that, though, let's see. Steven, did you have any questions?
Are you the one we're contacting if things get bad? If we find out that they are a vector?
I will remain off-site. The nearest town is about 25 miles away. I'll say 20 miles away by road. And I will be waiting, monitoring the situation as best as I can from a local motel. If I get word from you that you need to pick up, I will head out. But I am it.
All right. Hey,
good to know.
Yeah.
Is it okay to bring in like normal gear in our luggage, or do we need to worry they're going to search it?
Do not bring anything larger than a handgun, and probably not even that. I don't know what their security precautions are going to be. Okay. Again, you're the money, but
do we know if the place is fenced?
It's too large of an area to fence. They might have the high security areas might be fenced, but they cannot fence.
I suggest we set up a cache of weapons outside their security, just in case we need to,
Unfortunately, there's not
truncate a vector.
There's not time for that.
That's disappointing. All right, well, it is what it is. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Are there any specific employees they might have put on this project or specialists that we should be on the lookout for, or should we just assume anybody might be working on the SWIFT AXIOM project?
The CTO, Chief Technical Officer, would be a good person to look at, who has a real person name that I am definitely not generating randomly right now. It is Beth Martinez.
Got it.
So yeah, she would be a person to talk to or to get close to. She would be in charge of any SWIFT AXIOM things. And if she has any assistants, you don't know who they are. But obviously, executive assistants for any of the CEO or Lucia or Beth would be good people to talk to as well, because they would have access and would be less visible. Yeah. So.
One other question: is it cool to bring with just camp and survival gear in the luggage, knife, compass, etc.?
You can bring a suitcase of stuff.
Yeah.
A single suitcase of stuff.
Yep.
I would not take anything that is not civilian.
Right. No, just normal camping gear, not a tent or anything like that. But little stuff that'll get you out of here alive in case it goes really south.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah, so that's your briefing. That was on the way, but all of you did have time to do a research, well, some sort of skill check to represent background research, so actually you could have, since you didn't know about this probably a day in advance, so you could not have time to go near the site and put a secret cache of weapons and do that, but you could, if you can think of something clever, you might be able to do something else. So, Selena, what kind of research would you do before heading into this place?
Try to dig up more background on the company itself, probably with
Okay.
bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy is a good way to do it. So go ahead and use the dice rolling channel.
Alrighty. Let me just pop over to the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Or did that not work?
You're in game chat, not in dice rolling.
Oops. Oh, there it is. I'm a dummy.
No worries. Oh no. Is this dice bot rolling? I think it's just exclamation
There.
point. Yeah.
Success. 8 out of 60.
All right, very good. So what do you want to know about this company?
Anything in their background that strikes me as odd other than the whole, axiom thing?
Well, Axiom is secret. You know that.
Yeah.
So the company does have an unusual emphasis on sort of wellness and, you wouldn't say, maybe kind of new age ideology of they are very much about like changing minds and becoming better people through better thinking, which is unusual for a software company, but not entirely unheard of. But they you find some net Glassdoor reviews of people saying, former employees saying, cult-like behavior. But those are, sour apples. But
Is there really a big difference between Silicon Valley startups and cults? Anyway,
well,
Just
I guess
being real.
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Better branding.
One declares that they're actually interested in taking all your money. One doesn't.
But you do get a sense of like what kind of phrases and lingo that company insiders do and stuff like that. So you'll have if you want to make any sort of persuade or human checks against employees, people who work for the Modular Synergy, you'll get a plus 10% bonus because now you're familiar with their culture.
Sweet.
Bit. So that's what you do on your prep. So Steven, what about you?
I probably won't be able to get greatly detailed info, but I do work for the CIA, so I would like to try to look into their finances. They're up here hosting these big getaways, but that doesn't really mean anything. They could be burning money hand over fist up here. I want to know, how desperate are they going to be to try to sell this to someone, or how dire are their financial straits at the moment?
Okay. That sounds like accounting to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I got 40.
All right.
Yep. Oh, come on. Edit it. Wait, did that roll 40?
I think you did roll 40. Oh, no. Oh. Well, no.
Yeah.
Because
It tried to do the 40. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say that's a failure then, the 79.
That is a fail, yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately you're not able to risk it, use your credentials. You don't use your credentials, like you can abuse your credentials, but like you don't want to be too obvious about that. You don't want to risk your job just for that info. So you kind of don't get much. I mean, I would allow a reroll if you want to risk your credentials, but that would be a helplessness sand check.
No.
All right. All right, very good. So, Ranger Jed Larson.
All right, so they're out here. Do they, just from just simple research before I get to an actual role, do they hire the same catering and on-site staff every year for this? Is it always here?
Well, last year it was.
All right.
It's a
So
new company, so yeah, this is private land in upstate New York that's rented out for events or retreats
okay.
like this.
So I'm guessing that that there's a usual crowd of contractors and whatnot that get used for these sorts of events.
Um, yeah, well, if you want to get more information on that, that would be a roll.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go in with the accounting option as well, looking at just what is the state of the company as best I can tell, as well as are there any bendable resources that aren't, say, as indoctrinated.
Okay.
So accounting.
Yeah.
And that is a 28 under 60.
Okay, so one thing you find out is they actually have their own security, and they use that, and but they use local, the same sort of local companies for setting up tents and catering, all that kind of stuff. But security is handled in house, which is well, obviously the trust is an important thing.
So, I mean, do they sell security services?
No,
Actually, do they sell anything at the present, or are they still developing things that's looking for venture capital?
they are developing things. They are
So they have no actual products yet.
right. They're entirely dependent on VC funds to exist right now. But they have promising software and the microwave gun right now, which is you made your accounting check, which is like okay, but it does seem like they're getting a lot more money than they should for those kind of offerings.
It's an interesting mix of offerings too.
Well, I mean, DoD, like software runs everything these days.
Sure,
so,
I guess.
Yeah. And you want but yeah, it is unusual.
Do I spot anything that indicates they do anything with sonic type technologies, infra, ultra, etc.?
Not right now, but
Good.
I
Okay,
mean, they're only focusing on the microwave gun,
Okay.
which is in early testing right now. And
So it outdoes the RAND version,
I don't know the RAM version, so
the real world one.
okay.
I think it was RAND. I forget for sure.
Yeah,
It was a contractor.
It's iteratively better. It's supposed to be like the next generation. At least that's what they're.
So a lot smaller instead of truck based, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Marcus.
So, all right. First, can I make a computer science roll to kind of use LinkedIn to identify like some of the executive assistants that they might have on LinkedIn? And then can I push that with a human roll to identify any rivalries between them?
You don't have to make a computer science check to troll around on LinkedIn with your cover, because you already have a cover establishing as an investor. So they're already like, yes, add you as a friend on LinkedIn, sure, or a associate or contact or whatever the fuck they use. So you can just make a human roll.
Okay. $17 out of 50.
Okay. So they're you do identify one rivalry between let's see here, Natasha Hubbard, who is Beth's assistant, and Alonzo Mendoza, who is the CFO. So, which you think is a bit unusual for assistant to have a rivalry against the CFO. But they seem to be snipping at each other quite a bit. In fact, Natasha and Beth seem to be quite tight together. So maybe Natasha is only acting as a proxy for Beth. That is one rivalry you spat out. The everyone is very deferential to Lucio and his assistants. He has 3 of them: Leslie, Christina, and Tony. Tony with an I. And yeah, so yeah, does that answer your question?
Yep, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So in you go.
One last question.
Sure.
Can we check these people's I don't know, just general existence before the company, make sure that they didn't suddenly pop up and they're not like just obviously fake? Just real cursory, but
Sure, a bureaucracy check, I guess.
sure. They seem fine, unless being nice is a crit. I do have a 40 skill, not that.
Yeah, they seem real people. They seem like real people. Nothing particularly. I mean, Lucio's background seems a little vague. It's hard to get much information about him.
Who was Lucio again?
Lucio's the CEO. He's had a very international upbringing, living in several different countries. Okay. Like one parent is Danish, one is from Morocco. His family's very wealthy. Yeah, very cosmopolitan, well-traveled dude. So, yeah. But in you go. You're dropped off, and a large van is waiting for you with an employee. It's like, hi, welcome to Modular Synergy, our executive retreat. Well, retreat for everyone. Everyone's an executive at Modular Synergy. Please, here, let me help you with your luggage. And so you load your luggage in the van, and it's just the four of you, although it's like a 15-person van.
Is anyone else but us in there?
No, just you four.
Okay.
Before we take off, can we have had a moment to have discussed what is our coverage?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Go. Yeah,
oh no worries at all. I'm just retconning.
Yeah. All right. So in terms of investor roles, if you want to pose as like the executive officers of what did I say, Delta Swift? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, who's going to be the CEO, CFO, CTO, and I guess one of you would be the CEO's assistant.
I guess CFO is financial. I've got 60 accounting, which so far seems to be the highest. So hey,
I could be your assistant. I would.
Cool.
I'll be going around and talking to people a lot that way.
Sounds good.
I can wax poetic about the glories of technology and how we're moving into the space age. Delta shift.
I'll take CEO.
Okay.
All right, I will cover the tech part. I got that.
All right. Very good. So, the van drives for about another 20 minutes through a winding dirt road. It's a very dense forest, and eventually you start seeing the side of a lake. Start driving alongside the lake, Lake Calm, totally fake lake. And you get to, it looks like there's at least 1,000, well, a couple hundred people here, maybe 1,000. But there's lots of tents set up. So there's wooden buildings. It looks like kind of like a summer camp that got turned into like a party camp.
Is their company so large that a lot of these people are their employees?
Oh yeah, most of them are their employees.
Weird. Okay. But there's others. Are there other venture capitalists out here besides us?
You're not sure. You'd have to ask around. Probably, but there's probably some journalists too. Some consultants. But yeah, this is like an employee retreat. It's gotten a lot of money and it's doing a lot of So their tent set up. There's people. You can hear music going on at the outdoor stage. You can see the outdoor stage. But the van pulls up at this little tent near the entrance of this sprawling party, and a bubbly assistant in a polo shirt and shorts goes, "Hello, welcome to the Modular Synergy retreat. I'm well, Steph, yeah, I'm happy to see you all, and I'd like to give you here's your which one of you is I'm just going to use your character name because those are your code names anyways. Your
Yes.
yeah. Here, Steven, here, Selena, and Marcus, and Jed. Now, these bracelets you need to wear at all times. They'll let you know whenever there's an event and sort of GPS track and show you where it is. And it's just, you can use it to get into exclusive VIP events. And also show these at the bar. You're investors, so you get unlimited food and drink. That's one of the perks of being here. Other people have to pay, of course, or they only get a limited number of comp drinks. But we'll comp everything this weekend. We're so happy to see you. Now, here's a program brochure, but in case you prefer paper, but it's programmed in your bracelet. And you can also sync your phone with that. Now we have a Wi-Fi hotspot, of course, throughout the camp. Cell phone reception has been a bit spotty here, but our Wi-Fi is really good. So we're so happy to see you. If you want to, I can show you to your accommodations. We have some. You don't mind some glamping, do you? Glamour camping. We got that set up for you.
I don't mind at all, Steph. It'll be nice to unplug for a weekend.
Oh yes, well you plug out and plug and get and just really elevate yourself here. That's what we're really about here, elevating your mind and your wellness. This is all about just retuning your mind, body, and soul. Because we're more than just a company here at Modular Synergy. But anyway, that's more for the C, for Lucio to talk about. Look at me just prattling away. Come on. And so Steph leads you to your glamps, your glamour camping units, which are tents set up with very fancy looking lanterns and whatnot, and little racks, sleep with very luxury sleeping bags on them. So, and there's of course a goodie bag on them, a little welcome basket, and. Yeah, so basically there is going to be a speech. The CEO does want to meet you all, of course. And there's going to be an announcement by Lucio in just an hour. So you have time to each of you basically you can all split up and do stuff if you want, but there are you can go see if you can mingle with the executives. You could go mingle with the rank and file. There's activities. You also hear gunfire in the distance. And a quick reveal of the program reveals among the water skiing and swimming on the lake, various games and activities, including rock climbing. There's also a gun range set up for people to check out. And they'll have a test demonstration of the microwave gun later this evening. They're going to microwave a pig. Well, a dead pig. So don't worry. Yeah.
So, clarification, is the microwave gun supposedly non-lethal for crowd control, or is this for cooking people at range?
It's both.
It's pretty hard to cook someone with one of those things.
Oh, it's near impossible. The energy density's not there yet.
Well,
guess what their promotional literature says. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're really close, you could probably microwave somebody, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you take apart a microwave oven and point it at someone, but don't.
Anyways, that's for later tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they do have a gun range for people to shoot guns, and so you hear that going off. In the
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Hey, so quick question about the bracelets. Do they lock on? You'd have to cut it back off, or is it easy on and off? Is there a way to recharge it, or do they expect the battery to last the whole?
You can't take it off.
But
when you take it off, it beeps at you. Oh, and it sort of there's a little. It has a little screen on it. It says, "Oh, please put your bracelet back on to get your benefits."
Well, so if you close the bracelet, does it stop beeping, or does it require some sort of skin connection to determine that it's being worn?
You don't know.
I'll play with that later.
Okay.
Is it possible? Were these all? They were given to us individually as we came in. Is it possible to swipe another one?
Where are you going to swipe it from?
Just like as we were coming in, did they
No,
have
they
them
were
at a table? Okay.
No, they specifically handed each one of you a different color.
No, we're gonna need to take somebody down
Yeah.
if we want to
All right.
spoof our location.
Get me one of
probably.
those, somebody with
Yeah.
combat skills.
Or catch someone swimming or whatever. Or are these supposedly waterproof?
They're
They're
waterproof.
definitely waterproof.
Okay.
Or I'll just sneak back over here at some point and steal one. But we'll get there later.
Yeah,
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Burn it.
Okay, well, yeah, no, it's fine. So yeah, you have an hour to do things. So, Selena, do you know what you want to do? I mean, there lots of things to try out, and you can wander around. You can go split up and do more things, or you can all stay together.
I want to go. I don't want to find the executives. I want to find where the other assistants are drinking, so I can establish my cover and pick up some hot goss.
Okay.
Split up, meet up at the thing in an hour. I'm heading to the gun range.
Okay.
Stephen, I will definitely have filled you in on all the gossip I got from LinkedIn about Alonso and Natasha.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Steven's looking for the executive assistants, and Selena's looking for the gun range. Marcus, do you know what you want to do?
I mean, at first, so do I see? I guess I was thinking about this like a convention where they have a welcoming reception area and they give you stuff. Do they have any area where it seems like they have these goodie bags and the bracelets in the back that they're programming?
No. You'd have to look for that. That would probably they customize your welcome stuff because you're investors and they're trying to wow you. But they definitely have some place where they're programming these bracelets. You could spend your hour looking for that place and trying to get access to it.
And everyone is wearing them, not just us, all their corporate people as well. Are they wearing them themselves, the hosts?
Everyone you've seen so far, but you've only seen really rank and file people. You don't know the executives as well.
I will talk to them about how our company is looking into possibly getting into event tech and tracking technology, and I'm very interested in these bracelets and the RFID technology, and see if I can get a persuade to get a look backstage, as it were.
Okay. All right, so I'll do that in a second. And then, Jed, what do you want to do?
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and check out the gun range and other athletic-y, fighty things, see what's available in the case of emergency.
Okay. So the gun range, so Selena and Jed head to the gun range. So the two of you can see that the gun range is set off at the edge of the woods. Basically, this is a clearing by the lakeside where they have all the tents set up, but there's forest all around it. And the gun range is the guns are shooting away from the thing, and there is like a large bullet sump, essentially dirt mound to catch the bullets. So they're following at least some gun safety rules, but there is basically a looks like a shipping container with a special customized lock on it that's serving as an armory, and there's a couple of guys there serving as armorers and gun range instructors /
RSO
supervisors.
kind of guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they seem to be part of the security team, or are they just independently doing this?
They're wearing the same shirts as all staff. All staff wear the same shirts.
And staff has bracelets, yeah?
Yeah. They
are they
have
differentiable visually? Are they different colors?
They're wearing black bracelets.
And ours are?
Each one is a different bright neon color.
Oh, goody.
Mm-hmm. And they have your names on it, quite literally. You notice now they're sort of etched in there. But the other physical stuff is near. So this is off to the woods, or near the forest a little bit. The other physical stuff there that you do see a bow range, as well. There's also basically a sporting field for soccer and or football or ultimate frisbee. But there's also a lot of there's some lifeguards, and in the distance you can see a motorboat. People are doing some water skiing, there's just all kinds of outdoor activities. But the gun range is sort of away from everything else.
Are there any civilian houses visible over the lake?
No.
Okay.
It is very you don't see any other structures in just your sight at all. So, yeah, so Selena, Jed, you go there. There is a very serious looking but very polite gun range guy. He's like, hello. Do you want some lessons or you just want to start plinking targets?
Let me plink some targets. I think I understand how it works.
Yep.
Okay.
Same.
Very good. What do you want? He shows you a variety of civilian firearms, pistols to heavy bolt action rifles, and everything in between.
I mean, is it skeet that they're popping up there, or what's the deal? Or is it just like a gun range with little paper targets?
Gun range with targets. They're using a sophisticated system, actually. You realize where they're using paper targets, but there's sort of like some kind of sensor that will detect where your target hits and show you on a screen next to your as soon as you shoot. So
There's like fast tracking video on it.
You actually ask him. He says, "Oh, it's a series of microphones that we have that can detect the bullet." So I have to put in the what do you call it? Bullet gun type before you start shooting, so you can accurately assess what your weapon is. But it'll show you where you hit, so we don't have to replace the paper targets every single time.
Okay, so these are not actual firearms?
No, they're real firearms. It's just like you can shoot the paper target as much as you want. Like the sensor.
Oh, okay. So even if the paper target's still falling apart, it will still show where it hit.
Paper target is more just to guide you, like your aim.
Cool.
So, yeah, the let's see here.
They have ear protection?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
You would think, but hey.
Yeah. So yeah, you two start shooting. If you want to if you can just shoot and see what kind of guns they have, that's for free. And sort of you can make an alertness check to kind of figure out, or some kind of check to assess their security, like how hard it'd be to get a gun yourself. You can make a persuade check to try to talk to the gun guys to get information without them getting suspicious.
I think I'll start with the alertness.
Okay.
That's, passive-ish.
Military science land?
Ooh, I have no idea about anything.
Yeah. What are you trying to figure out, Selena?
How easy it would be to get in here and get guns if things go foobar.
All right. Very good. Give me a roll.
Now, it's not great, but,
Might as well.
I missed it by 7. 27 out of 20.
Okay. The guns are kept in a shipping container, but the doors of it have been modified, and there's a key card with a numpad on it, so you're not sure exactly if you want if you need the key card and a passcode to unlock it, or one or the other. You don't know how many digits are on it. But the doors are left open because there's always a guy at the
at the door. Yeah.
I ask them what their hours are. I mean, how late do they allow shooting, etc.?
Oh, we stop at when it gets dark. Dusk, which is like 8 o'clock tonight.
And would criminology give me an idea on how to get in past those measures? And are there cameras?
Okay, yeah, criminology.
Nope, no idea. 64 out of 50. It looks pretty tight.
Yeah, you would have to. I'll say for free, if you can get leverage on one of the guys, you could get information. But those 3 guys are going to be the ones who know how to get in and out, so you need to get it from them. That's the I think. Yeah.
Do their bracelets have names? You should look.
Well, yours are like you can't tell from where they are because yours are they're inscribed, but it's a very subtle, very small. So yeah, it's hard to you can't read another. You couldn't read your own if someone else is worrying about it.
All right, can I throw some humans at it? Figure out if there's what kind of relationship the 3 of them have. Are they happy to work together? Is one cranky about it? All
right, this will be your last check though.
Yep.
That you can make here. All right, go and give me human.
No,
nice.
unless it's nice.
Nope.
Okie dokie. Ignorance is strength. Move on.
Yeah. They're all professional.
Really better not have to shoot anyone. All right, we got that down.
Selena, you can make one more check of some kind.
I think instead of trying to figure out how to break in, I am going to I'm gonna try to school some people on the range, just for giggles.
Sure.
So shooting. No, 98 out of 50.
Did you pass any of those?
No, we failed everything.
Yeah.
We're
well,
good
you
old
just
Delta
get,
Green.
Skilled individuals. Yes.
you're getting the bad rolls out of the way.
That's
No.
what you said. That's what you say. But
You
I remember
always say
last time I played in the game, we failed everything.
I mean, you don't crit fail, so you don't like do anything that would get you kicked off the gun range. You're just not very good at shooting these guns. Yeah, you're just having a bad day. You're just kind of like a little tense for some reason. You can't really focus. You're very so meanwhile, Steve, you're looking for the executive assistant hangout, right?
Yes, I was looking for where all of the people who help out, the important people, go to gossip amongst themselves.
Well,
And
the
I
problem
wanna-
is that
yeah.
this is the middle of the day, so they're going to still be working.
Okay.
So you do find out there are a couple of different bars or hangout areas. One is for the rank and file, one is for middle management, and one is for the executives. So it's probably going to be the middle management one.
Yeah, probably. If they're not there yet, I'll just get the lay of the land and bide my time.
Yeah, you can make a skill check of some kind if you want to figure something out. This would be generic looking around, figuring shit out.
Can I try Humint as I'm looking around to get a general sort of
That's a very
vibe
good
off
use
of the lower level people?
Sure.
This is 50. 92. No.
Yeah, everything seems fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
That's
Yep.
all right.
So
I'll be right back.
let's see here, Marcus. What were you doing again?
I was trying to get a behind-the-scenes look at the tech behind the bracelets.
Oh right, yeah. Go ahead and give me that persuade check.
All right. 73. No.
Oh my god, that's like 10 tests in a row. What the hell?
Yep. So they say, well, you'll have to talk to Beth or Lucio if you want to have that. We can't. It's proprietary.
Certainly, I actually did want to meet with Beth whenever she's available.
Well, after the announcement, they're getting ready for the announcement. But after that, they're going to be very eager to meet you. But they have to. It's a very big announcement, apparently. So I'm very excited. So you find out where it is. There is sort of an IT camper. Basically, they brought in an RV and set up as kind of a mobile office, IT office. It has its own generator, has a bunch of shit running through it, and it does have a key card swipe thing to get in, but the door is left open. Well, it's unlocked now, but you do see that you would have to, get a key card to open it if they lock it up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can try and case it to figure out a way to sneak in. Or you can do something else, but your persuade does not work. Yeah.
Well, I'll say, oh, well, that's a shame, and I'm sure Natasha and Lucio are getting ready. Actually, we were also hoping to speak briefly with Alonzo. Could you go see if he's available? And I'm going to send this person away to go find Alonzo while I case and watch the building to see how people are getting in and out.
All right, so the assistant goes away, and then how do you want to assess it? Case it? Do you have criminology?
I have a little bit. Yeah, let's see.
I think criminology would work. Other skills might work as well if you have something higher that you think.
In terms of higher, that might work. I have locksmith at 40, although I don't know if that's.
Yeah, locksmith is perfect.
Okay, I'll do locksmith. 40 on the dot.
Okay, you know how to. They basically put a keycard reader on a vehicle door, which is not like a great fit. You know how to jimmy that. You don't have to make a roll. You can just it will create. If you have basic tools, I say you brought like a Leatherman basically. So you can jimmy that open. The only problem is it'll take like a full minute or two to pop it off and cut some wires. They're also going to know it's going to be very obvious that someone broke in. But you don't need a key card to get into that. You just need like a minute of time, and you can do it silently. So yeah, you know how to get in through the front door at least. You study and you know how to do it now. The assistant does come back and say, "Oh, Alonzo would love to talk to you. He's got a couple of minutes before the announcement if you wanna say hi."
Oh yeah, no, I would love to.
Okay, so Alonzo, the assistant takes you to Alonzo, who's a middle-aged man, wearing a very sweaty polo shirt and cargo shorts. He shakes your hand. He's like, it's so great for you all to come out here. I know you have very busy schedules at Delta Swift, but we're really happy that you came out here to be with us in our very important retreat. I think
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, quite busy, and actually, CTO of Delta Swift. The connection issues are kind of an issue for us to maintain contact, but it's fine. It's fine. We appreciate being invited out here, and of course the free drinks. In the technology world, Beth Martinez is just such a hero. I'm going to spend the time basically talking up Beth and making a human check to see if he reacts to that.
Yeah, go and make that human check.
15 out of 50.
Oh yeah, no, he fucking hates her.
Okay. Can I using that, can I push him for any information on her, or to kind of be a little unveiled about that? Maybe offer some outs by like saying like, "Oh, I've met her a few times. I wasn't particularly impressed, but
ask her what his opinion on her is."
I'm trying to do it without just being straight up like, "Oh, you don't like her, huh?"
Yeah, well, he doesn't like her. Now, what are you trying to get out of Alonzo, I guess?
I guess what his feeling on her is. Does he feel like she's a rival, or does he distrust her?
Oh, okay. Yeah. In that case, you don't have to make a roll. As you kind of like question her credentials a little bit. And he's like, "Well, you didn't hear it from me, but I think she's bitten off more than she can chew with our latest. We have a project I think we'll be announcing this weekend. I think that's what the announcement's going to be about. I mean, you're going to hear about it in 10 minutes anyway. It's very ambitious, and we definitely need the money to finish the work. But it's kind of a moonshot, and I just don't think Beth has what it takes to bring it home.
We're definitely looking to invest, and I definitely have some expertise. I mean, I've met Beth. I don't mean to speak ill of her, but I think I could. If you could show me later anything behind, it would definitely help convince us.
I don't have access to anything like that. But if you bring up Lucio, that you could bring in, the full 25 million, but on the condition that Beth be supervised by another technical person to make sure. I think Lucio would be warm to receive that. Like, I think he would be fine with that condition. So you could get yourself in the project pretty easily.
Certainly, I will let Selena know. Of course, she's the decision maker, but we're excited to get on board, and I think this is a great opportunity.
Yeah, it's definitely a great opportunity if we can just land it. But I think your company I think has some technical expertise we could use, and Beth is a little she's getting a little big for her britches, if you know what I mean. And we need this point time is caught up. Everyone goes back to the outdoor stage, and all of you see you're in the crowd. There are hundreds of people packed in there. It's like a rock concert. There's dramatic opening music. First the world was created, then humanity, and now modular synergy. Please welcome the CEO, Lucio Bratton. Ah. And so a very tall, long-haired man, sort of dressed executive business casual, very like seemingly slovenly, but those are all designer clothes worth thousands of dollars. Kind of disheveled, but yet elegant in his own way. Steps on stage, he waves to the crowd. There's and that sort of thing. And he says, "Welcome, welcome, everyone. I'm Lucio, and I love you all for being here. This energy, isn't it amazing? Yeah." Well, I cannot wait for us to. We are already ascending. We are already achieving great new heights, and it is amazing. It is amazing what we are doing so far. But I want to bring you all further, further along to ascend to a higher level. And to this end, I am going to. We have been working on a new project. Some of you know, but none of you know the full picture. Each of you has been looking at a little part of it and analyzing various particular problems, but we have been piecing it all together, and we are going to reveal it tonight. That's right, our new project, which are calling the Elevated Consciousness, is going to be revealed tonight at a special event. It's going to be great. It's going to be a revolutionary technology. It's going to transform everything. So I want you all there, and I want you really hyped for it. It's going to be amazing. And of course, you may be asking, what is it? What does it do? What can it do? Well, it's going to be nothing you think of. It's going to be something that has never been done before. It is an amazing technology. But I cannot reveal anything yet. You must wait till tonight. But you will. And I promise you, we have the prototype, and we will be showing it off tonight. Okay? Huge hype. And there's that's the big announcement. They're going to be showing off the prototype tonight. Dun dun dun. And at this point,
when they say they, that means it's not just her. So we need to figure out who else is involved in setting that up.
So the an assist Steph finds you all and asks you to come to the VIP lounge, so you can talk to Lucio. He is quite eager to meet you all and to talk. As you all, by the way, during the speech, everyone can give me a human check or an alertness check, one or the other.
I'll do. Get better. I don't have any alertness actually.
I'll do a human.
I made a human.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I got human.
I'm doing human because it's far better than my. Well, not far. It's like 10%
I
better.
made it.
But...
I made a little one.
Oh, that's a crit success.
Yep.
I think we all succeeded.
Yeah, suddenly we're all passing this roll.
Yep.
Yay.
All right. So, did all of you choose human? Did anyone choose alertness?
I went with alertness.
Okay. So with alertness, you can kind of see backstage a little bit, since you're up front and center because you're investors. You have the best places in the. You're surrounded by the crowd, but you're up front, and you do see some unusual. There is a large machine on a cart back there that you don't understand. You don't recognize. You've never seen a machine like that before. It's weird. So that draws your attention. So yeah, there is that. And you kind of notice Lucio looking at it briefly during his speech as he kind of gestured around. So Lucio is definitely interested in that machine. So that but it is in middle backstage. It is definitely going to be a challenge to access. So human, Steven, you succeeded
I crit passed, apparently.
Oh, you crit passed.
With a
Okay,
1,
so
yeah.
all right. So during this speech, what were you looking? Who are you focusing on more?
Probably the boss man, yeah.
All right, Lucio is a mid-30s white guy, and he's been told he's Jesus Christ, and he believes it.
Messiah complex, okay.
Yep, 100%. He is definitely wanting to. You realize now he wants to be a cult leader, but he also wants money, and he is purposely. It's so clear to you now. This company has been engineered to be a cult. You don't know how effective it is, but that is definitely the path he is going on, and yeah, yep. So there's that. But you definitely have that. You've read his number. You've figured that out for 100% sure. Let's see here. Marcus, what are you looking at?
I'll focus on Beth if she's on stage.
She's on the wings, but she is on stage. She is ecstatic. She is mouthing the words to some parts of the speech. And she also is looking at something backstage, but you can't really see what it is. But she is 100% a true believer in this. Yeah, and yeah, and finally, Jed.
So, human, are any of them not true believers? Or,
Among
Messiah complex?
Are you looking at the rank and file, sort of watching their reaction, or are you going to be looking at the
Watching anyone who's nearest the machine, I guess.
You can't really see the machine.
Okay, in that case, yeah, I'm just looking around.
Rank and file, you would guess maybe 20-30% are actually true believers. Mm-hmm. The rest are a degree. I mean, morale is very high. Mm-hmm. But
they think they're going to get rich even if they don't believe in it.
Yeah, they're more like, haha, I'm on the next Facebook. Not, haha, Lucio's the next, the next Messiah. But there's at least 1 out of 5, 1 out of 3 really do believe.
Make a note of the crankier looking ones.
Yeah. There's some people in the back who look pretty disgruntled.
That look kind of nerdy and cranky. That might actually understand the tech and know why.
No, the nerdy people are very on board with this. It's the older employees.
That's not great.
Well, the older employees in particular are a little more less susceptible to the brainwashing, shall we say?
Yep.
So, but the nerdy young employees are tend to be pretty enthusiastic.
I'll go for the nerdy old employees, then I suppose.
Yeah. You spot some people who look like they're probably lawyers for the company.
Oh, there you go. That'll be fun talk.
Yeah. But all of you head out to the VIP lounge, which is a metal building with AC. And mood lighting and some club music playing and a bartender with a bar.
I'm in general looking for anything that looks like antennas or other signal processing kind of, transmission or reception kind of stuff that would be unusual.
So we're all... Oh, okay, you go.
That would be SIGINT to identify something unusual.
Well, I mean, I think SIGINT's more looking at data patterns. I'm just physically looking.
Alertness then.
Yep.
I went from tech bro vampires to a tech bro cult.
Critical failure.
Okay. Yeah,
everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Yeah. Oh yeah, you that was your last game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or everything's a sensor.
Weird how I keep making tech startups villains in my games for some weird reason.
Can't imagine.
Why I would want to do that. Yeah.
Are we all together again then?
Yes, you're all together to meet Lucio. He wants to pitch the company and secure your investment. So I'll just say for free, your best move is to not commit at this point, but to be like, well, probably, you don't want you kind of want to leave him dangling as long as possible. But
I just wanted to know if we were waiting alone and with all this loud music for a minute or two.
No. The music actually, this is very nice. There's music, but it's pleasant background.
Oh,
music.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the VIP lounge. It's nice here.
Okay.
There's good seating. It's air conditioned. It's good lighting. Yeah, it's got a good mood. Like, he spent a lot of money. It's nice.
Mm-hmm. So, but he's not talking. We're not talking to him now. We're like,
no, you're talking to him now. Like right.
Oh,
after
okay. Never mind then. I'll do that later.
Yeah.
In terms of following up on Dan's role, from the SIGINT perspective, is SIGINT the role that would be used to identify if there are transmitters all over the place, or is that just going through the information?
SIGINT would identify unusual ones. Like, you can all see antennas and shit like that, because this entire campground is set up for Wi-Fi. So there's, repeaters and all kinds of shit.
That's part of our mission.
Yeah. But unusual ones, weird ones that have no, like, to identify the differences between types of antenna and be like, well, that one doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh, that's a Stingray. That's to capture cell phones. That's really bad. That's to identify, like, a Wi-Fi thing from a Stingray.
Okay, can I go ahead and make that rule?
Yep.
No, 98 out of 60.
Yeah, that's fine. There's a lot of shit here. It's a tech company. There's a lot of antennas, weirdly enough. Tech company with a lot of money. You're all taken to the VIP lounge. The bartender asks for you if any of you want anything to drink, and he'll happily make you a mimosa or a gin and tonic or champagne or whatever, along with some snacks if you want that.
Gin and tonic, twist of lime.
All right, yeah.
Lot of ice.
A lot of ice, of course. And Lucio sits across from you four, along with his wife, who is named. Sorry. I don't like any of those names. We'll say Misty. Misty Woodbury. That's her maiden name, so it's Misty Woodbury Bratton. All right, but Lucio is, thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad you're able to be here on ground zero of our elevated consciousness. It is going to be our big killer app. It is both software and hardware. I know you have a million questions about it, but we must wait until tonight for the big reveal. We can't. There is some press here, some carefully chosen reporters who have been very friendly to us so far, so you don't have to worry about bad press. And your Delta Swift's name has not been mentioned at all if you want to remain private. But if you want to be promoted as a big backer of us, of course we can work with you on that. We're happy to work and synergize with you as much as possible. But I can answer any questions generally about our company, and any concerns that you might have. But I think we don't have to talk too much business. How are you? How was your trip? Did you get her all right? Selena, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Spent a little time at the range. Turns out I don't know my guns after all, I suppose.
Oh, I'm sure it'll come back to you. I'm sure it is merely travel often. It lowers my consciousness from the stress and the tension. That's why I must calm myself before I go to the range, and really focus. And then my aim improves. It's very odd, but yes. Well, that's good. And Stephen, I know you're just an assistant, but your work is so important. Thank you for being here. Jed, how are you?
Huh? Oh, fine.
Great. And Marcus, I hope everything's finding you well.
Oh, yes. I mean, we found your speech very promising developments coming up from your end. But
yes,
must say we do have some. Is Beth there? By the way, out of character.
She is on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Off in the corner. But
I make a point of looking at her as I say, we do have some questions about the expertise leading your project. But that being said, I'm very impressed by the tech we've seen at this conference, and I would love to see. We're looking at RFID technology and event tech a little bit. Love to get a behind the scenes tour about the bracelets.
Well, the bracelets, yes, of course. That is something we've developed. We were not unsatisfied with the current offerings. So we made our own, made them much better. Yes, in fact, Beth can lead you and explain it to you in our IT station as soon as we're done talking. But
Excellent.
yes, I just wanted you all to understand, and then he just starts going off on his philosophy of life, and he just starts talking. He's just like blah blah blah. I am so great.
Is he off in sales pitch mode?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm letting everyone, since I'm an assistant, I'm letting them do all the talking and conversing while I sip my vodka and cranberry on the rocks. But I want to try to get a read on the wife.
Okay.
While he's going on. Yeah. 73. No.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Very nice. Very good poker face.
Does this a lot, I guess.
Yeah. Weird. So basically he'll talk at you for a while to impress you. And then he's not even bringing up anything about the money yet. He is, I'll say for free, he is 100% convinced that tonight's show will demonstrate everything. Yeah.
So I'm going to slide in there with so scalability and manufacturing, you've got something new working. That's fabulous. Can you mass produce?
Oh, for the bracelets or for our special project?
For the project you want us to invest in.
Oh, well, I mean that that'll be answered tonight. Like I said, it is hard to answer such a specific question without revealing too much about it. And we can't reveal anything about it until tonight. You understand, of course.
Well, no, actually I don't, because you want our money and we're here, and it's not like we've got cell signals. So give us a ballpark, man.
Oh, well, there will be levels of investment at all levels, but obviously higher investment will be rewarded.
No. What even does it do?
Oh,
vaguely,
well, I
something.
I'm
Give
sorry.
us a crumb, a little tiny bit. Persuasion?
Yeah, you can make a persuasion check.
Go for it.
If I could type.
Hopefully we're not made of fail tonight.
Yes, we are. We are made of fail.
Oh my god.
Look, this is lowering the consciousness of the room. And at this point, an assistant, an employee bursts into the VIP lounge, covered in blood, panting and panicked.
Oh, that gives us something to do.
Oh God, they're dead.
Stand up, move over. All right, who's dead? Calm down, take a deep breath.
John and Lisa, he came out of the darkness and the shadows, and he just attacked.
He?
It must have been Shelton. It sounded like him. I couldn't see him too well. I think he was wearing a mask or something, but his voice sounded the same. I think he's trying to get revenge.
Okay. I need you to take a deep breath. Show us where it happened, okay? Can you do that for me?
No. It's okay. I understand you. You're very proactive. Don't worry about this.
No. Employee well-being is part of company well-being.
And I am the CEO, not you, of my company. This is my employee. I must take care of this. You will be safe here. I will go and deal with this. You stay safe here. We have many security staff. I'm sorry to say, we have had a stalker. And obviously he's become unstable. But this is why we have security staff, and we will handle this.
Were the people injured security staff?
He's covered in blood.
Yes, we have a first aid station with a very well-trained and well-coached.
Were the people that are just reported dead security staff? Because obviously they're not doing their job.
Well, obviously the employee here wandered off of campgrounds into the forest.
Did he though?
The employee I did actually. We were going out to smoke some weed, and because.
Can I human that to see if he's just going along with what he's being told?
Sure.
Same.
Oh, come on, please. Make a roll. Yes.
No. Oh wait.
Get a
yes.
lot of 69s.
That was a success.
All right.
69 out of 80.
All right. Yeah. He actually is telling the truth.
Okay.
So the Lucio basically overrides you and says, I'm going to take care of this. You'll stay here. You'll be safe. It is locked. There's security staff here, and we will go and deal with the intruder.
When he says it's locked, is it locking us in?
No, it locks on the inside. But you'll be safe here. This is a secure metal building. This is actually a panic room. People don't realize it's a glamour panic room.
A glamour room, huh?
A glam panic. Yes, a glanic room.
Planner room? I don't know. I got nothing. Go do the things.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
So with that, you can hear an announcement. Well, actually, you don't really hear an announcement, but cell phones start buzzing. And people start or actually bracelets start buzzing, and people look at them, and you can hear a lot of commotion going on outside. And we will take a quick
break. Okay.
Yep. Must be a quick break.
Well, it must be. He disappeared.
Poof.
You guys should look for phones.
Yeah.
So
They got up and left suddenly. There might be something left unattended that you could plug a thing into.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So
I have shit awareness. I cannot help you.
Given the quickly escalating nature of all this, should I still pursue
no,
going
okay,
with
sorry.
them?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. I just want to make sure when I muted my microphone, the software is freaked out for a second. But anyways, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, what do you think? This defined stuff would be an awareness or alertness, rather? Because there doesn't seem to be like a filch skill.
Search.
I don't know. Something.
I don't
You
know.
gotta ask
I
him.
guess stealth and awareness and/or search would be the things.
Yeah.
All of which I have points in.
That's what I'd guess.
I am not. I don't feel good about this. This is going to go foobar very quick.
Sounds like it's already happening.
I feel like
Shelton?
it started that way. Shelton's
Shelton
the guy
is the guy who disappeared.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we're being Halloween right now.
I'm guessing he used the tech on himself or something, and they got rid of him for reasons, or he knows what it does and doesn't want them to use it. Something. We might want to find him first.
Yeah, I have a suspicion as to what exactly.
What are we going to do when we find him? Does anyone
Harsh
have a
language.
I have unarmed at 60.
I
I
have
do
unarmed
too.
at 60. I did notice that at the bottom of this pre-gen I used, it says plus 20 to any 8 skills that I was supposed to put in, and I did not do that.
Well, you better
I
do
mean, that may
when
have
you-
already been done if it's a pre-gen.
Yeah.
Maybe. I
believe
grabbed
it's
it off of the whatever. That might
If
already
you grabbed
be
it from the
done.
PDF,
It's probably
was
been
already done.
All right,
Okay then.
I'm back. What's
Welcome
happening?
back.
Hello.
We're sitting here panicking.
During the panic, looking around either alertness or search for what do you call it? Unpossessed, cell phones or other gadgets or laptops or pads or whatever
Yeah.
that we could,
Sure.
do the things to.
Alertness would be alertness or search, either one.
They're the same, so hey.
All right.
Is Beth still?
Can I roll under a 50 tonight?
Beth left. All the executives left. One Steph is there with you, along with a bartender, and there is one security guard.
I'll take what I can get.
Actually, a couple other minor.
Cannot make a roll. Cannot make
If
a
it's
roll.
alertness, I'm just gonna roll with my 20s to see if I can see one. Oh my
Yep,
god! I
you
made it.
can.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
All right, you get a drink. What do you get? What are you drinking?
I'm getting a French 75 because I want to make the bartender's life more complicated.
Oh my god.
Yes, distract more people while I
All right. Yeah.
attempt to plug this thing in that I apparently just maybe noticed.
Gin,
With my
champagne,
base
lemon juice, and
awareness.
sugar. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You make a friendship. You haven't made you make your check. So I'll just roll. Let's see here. I'll roll a d4. Higher is better in terms of level of access.
Sure.
3, pretty good. So you get, I'll say, Natasha's cell phone was left behind. So you get the executive assistant for the CTO.
That's pretty handy.
Mm-hmm.
So that takes you a little bit to do. But yeah, you aren't being forced to stay in there, but you can hear a lot of commotion going on outside. And there are employees looking, like the security guards reading his bracelet more than he's, doing anything else. So he's monitoring the situation pretty closely.
I can tempt fate and do stealth to come up behind him so I can read what he's reading.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to take a peek outside right after he does this.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and give me that.
Oh, there he goes again.
Well, darn it. I finally made a roll.
Everything goes to shit, and suddenly we're fucking Delta Force.
All right, sorry.
So the first time I make a roll, you fell off. I can't explain that. Anyway, 16 out of 50 on stealth.
Hit the back button.
I hit the back button.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, so you make your roll.
Yep.
So yeah, they're organizing a militia is what it's described as. Certified certain employees apparently have been weapons trained, and they're drawing weapons from the gun range and going out in a search party. They're handling this in-house.
Do I have like a line, the secure way to maybe send some innocuous phrases to our handler that like
you check your satellite phone and it's getting you're getting no signal.
Well, we're inside.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Go outside, see if we get a signal.
You can step outside.
Yeah.
It's slightly suspicious, but yeah, you can see large groups of employees. The more dedicated, enthused one are going out in groups, and some are just heading out. There's a couple. You see, like one dude, bro. Apparently, he's a weightlifter. Also, just taking a big ass crossbow out, and like a couple others with like bows, and some guys just taking an axe. They're just really fucking psyched. Of course, you realize they've been drinking for like 8 hours at least at this point. Unlimited alcohol. So, yeah, they're just going to
go into the woods.
They're going
pitchforks
and torches.
Seeing that, but do we have sat phone access outside?
You do
or is
not.
It blocked?
It is blocked.
I'm thinking that they've got to. Well, it may not be jamming. There just might not be anything overhead, but it's probably jamming. So you're saying the enthusiastic employees are going. Let's go talk to some of the unenthusiastic ones.
Okay. I had an idea though, because our guy is breaking into their network. Marcus is a computer guy, right?
That is true.
Can I I'm going to tap you on the shoulder and just say, like, I'm going to just, point on my sat phone, I'm like, I have no connection here. But I think things are getting a little weird. Maybe you could, and I kind of, I kind of glanced toward Natasha's phone that we've compromised, and I've just, maybe you could. He implied he was had an ear open.
Well,
maybe you could contact him an alternate way.
I'm happy to reach out and try. I was also thinking that since they're all
basically, I was hoping that you could use their bugged network to let our handler know that things are getting kind of wild out here.
Well,
maybe he should be ready.
I don't know if we want to use their network, but I was thinking that this might be a good opportunity. I think I can jury rig a way into their tech center. There might not be anything there if you want to head over there with me.
I'll go with you, sure.
Okay, so you two are heading to the IT office, essentially.
To the trailer, yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what you two. Yeah, it's basically mobile, like those kind of mobile offices they have at construction sites.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the exact same kind of deal. Only it's just been customized to have like a key card reader and better tech infrastructure. But yeah, Selena, what are you going to be doing? Hello, you there, Selena?
Yep, there we go. Sorry,
Yep.
Mike is acting weird.
All right, so you guys are going to the tech center, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
I want to see if I can get closer to the stage and figure out what that weird machine is.
Okay.
I will
so
gladly accompany you.
Okay.
Please
so
and
the two-
thank.
All right, so the two of you head that way. So, Team IT, you get there. There are the door's closed, but you can see that there through the window that there's at least one person in there running stuff. So if you, it's pretty cramped quarters. So you have to deal with that person. Now, there's also people walking around. There's just it's in a public site. Now, nobody's focused on that building, but there's no security guards present. But yeah, if you make any kind of disturbance, a lot of people will notice. So stealth is probably important.
Well, but will the people that notice be involved people or the less involved people that are scared to go out there?
It's hard to say. I mean,
think about it though. You said that all the enthusiastic ones were heading for the woods.
Well, it seemed like that, but you don't know exactly.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Steve, what's your? I don't know your skill set, but I see this going one of two ways. Either I jimmy the door quietly, and you go in there and take him out quietly, or we convince him that he's been called off somewhere, and I'm his replacement, or you're his replacement, and we leave him.
I don't think that's going to work. We're immediately identifiable by our stupid bracelets, but
you're also not wearing an employee.
Yeah,
t-shirt.
that too. I'm just gonna knock on the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna look kind of freaked out because maybe not even attempting to act because this is genuinely unsettling.
Yeah. An employee opens the door and says, "Yes."
Hey, what's going on out there? There are people with guns walking into the woods. Is there something going on? Can we?
What are you? Oh, you're. What are you? What the hell is that color?
We're with.
Are you a reporter or are you an investor?
We're VIPs.
Yeah, we're with Delta Change. We need to get inside. We would. I just want to wait to see. People are going to be shooting guns out here in the woods. I like somewhere to keep my head down.
Well, like
This is just the closest place. Do you mind if we just please?
I persuade at a -20. He's
-20. Okay. Well, I got 30, so maybe.
He's got explicit orders.
18.
Which is a fail because it's a negative.
No, at -20, I'm at 30.
Oh, okay. So he's like, oh, okay. I guess if you promise not to touch anything. Yeah.
Sure. I'll
call security and they'll escort you somewhere. All right.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So get on in there. Yeah. In the distance, you can hear a few shots pop off, and which is kind of what persuades you.
Hurrying inside.
Yeah. All right. So the two of you get inside. And he closes the door and locks it. Meanwhile, Selena and Jed, you walk over to the outdoor theater, and you can see there are two security guards sort of roaming around, keeping an eye on stuff. Now, the back of the theater is sort of near the tree line. So they're obviously a little more on edge, so they're watching the tree line in particular as hunting parties, for lack of a better term, start heading out into the woods with a variety of weapons and levels of enthusiasm and sobriety. But they seem very sober, alert, and both have pistols in holsters. And these are big beefy boys. They are clearly you would guess, former military of some kind. So if you want to get in, a stealth check would work because they're distracted. A persuade check might work at a penalty, depending on what your line is. Or you could make alertness checks to figure out other routes in. So, Selena, yeah.
Alertness, because my stealth is crap.
All right.
Sorry, Discord is acting very strange. It does not always want to let me back into the dice rolling thing. There we go.
No.
It's fine. Hey, pass.
Okay. You can't. For a second, you're like, "Oh no!" As you realize, "Oh no!" There's a big tree, and it's pretty close. There's a branch that kind of gets pretty close, like over some of the scaffolding. You could climb that tree, inch out on that branch, and then just let yourself onto that scaffolding. It's about 30 feet up though. But you can climb the side away from the stage so the guards don't see you climb up, and then just go around, then wiggle out on the branch. It looks pretty thick, and then let yourself onto the scaffolding, and then you'll be behind the guards. But yeah, that's a long ways down on some hard ground if you fail an athletics check or two.
I shouldn't have.
Oh, we've
skipped.
been rolling so well. I mean,
I shouldn't have skipped athletics day at the bureau.
Yeah.
I do have a lovely 50 skill in that, but
Yeah, it is very high risk, high reward.
yeah, okay. So are the people that are around the box all security?
There's a couple other stage techs essentially that are sort of in. Well, you see one stage tech with a lot of shit clipped to his belt, sort of moving around in the dark of the backstage. But he seems he's actually told by the security guard to clear out because.
Cool. When he clears out, I want to talk to him.
Okay, you catch him as he leaves. He's like, "Yeah, what?
Hey, so this is a real unusual night here, apparently. But what can you tell me more about the box?
Nothing. Who the fuck are you? I'm not gonna lose.
I
my
mean,
job over
they
this.
want to milk me for money. I'm here to give them money, maybe.
Well, I'm not saying anything unless an executive orders me to. All right, I don't want to lose my job over this.
Sure. But you don't feel any qualms about working around it? You feel like it's safe?
He just starts walking away.
All right. Obviously not disgruntled enough. Did I manage to get his band off him?
Well, that would require a check of some kind.
Would it be stealth or criminality?
Criminality would work, yeah.
Well, let's give it a whirl.
Criminology or stealth would work.
Yeah. But it's the same. It's 50. Everything's 50.
50-50.
I do not make it.
Okay, he's like, "What the fuck, man?"
Oh, too much to drink. Sorry, and I'll wander off.
Okay. All right.
I'll try for the tree. God damn it.
Okay.
Whoa. There's got to be a better way to find out than that. What kind of power is going into the thing?
Oh, interesting. Yeah. You start looking around and you see some cabling. Heading off to another customized shipping container.
I will point that out. That looks a lot easier to get to.
That is actually fenced off.
Cool.
Yeah. If you can get it around the fence, then you can get, and then you can. It is looks like there's some sort of padlock on it.
But is there anyone standing guard directly there?
No.
That's fabulous.
Let's go for it.
I feel good about this option. Let us go for it, but in a roundabout feature, we will not head directly there from where we are. If
All
the
right,
security guys can see
so
us.
while you're heading over there, following that way, meanwhile, back in the IT office, Steven and Marcus are just inch their way in, or get in there.
Okay.
It's very crowded. Yeah.
Are there?
So
other
it's like
people
it's
in
like an office. So there are like blinds over the windows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
rushing over to those and I'm just pulling them hurriedly closed in like a panic. Like, I look, those are gunshots. We need to not be a target. Like, I didn't get out of Iraq just to be riddled with bullets once I got into a fucking cushy job. Okay, like I'm pulling the blind shut so no one can see inside.
Okay, hold on. Look, let me just he starts fiddling with his bracelet. Look, I can call security from here, and they'll have
Yeah,
someone.
just help me close these blinds. Like, are you hearing that? Are you crazy? Like, what?
It sounds pretty far away. All right, it's fine.
Do you know how far
he starts
556 can travel in the right kind of? I'm just like babbling at the guy. Does he look like? Yeah. I'm trying to distract him from the bracelet.
Oh, he's very distracted. You don't have to roll. He is very distracted, but he is fiddling with the bracelet to call security to escort you to somewhere safe.
While he's distracting him, are there any spare bracelets in sight?
There is a station that obviously they're hooked up to a machine that's hooked up to a computer screen where they obviously set these bracelets, program them. So you can swipe a blank bracelet, but you don't know how useful that'll be. Or you can try. There's
ones that are our color.
Yeah, there's some that are your color.
I will grab one of those.
Okay. Each of you has a different color. Which one are you getting?
I will grab the one for CTO, my color.
Okay. What color is that? It's a neon or a pastel.
Neon pink.
Neon pink. All right. You grab that easily. Now, Steven, are you going to let him call security, or are you just going to escalate?
I'm trying to be distracting. I don't want to take this. I don't want to try to take him out. But just in case, does he look like physically fit? Is he like a tech dork?
Definitely tech dork.
Okay, so, well, you never know with these kind of guys. They might know.
You never know.
Or something. Yeah, that's true. It's why I'm hesitant to do anything. Also, it doesn't look like he needs to do anything in depth here. He's just stealing things. So hopefully we can just.
Okay. So Marcus, if you don't, this is your if you can do another action. But
I'm just gonna continue acting neurotic, so Marcus can do whatever he needs.
Yeah, Marcus, what do you want to do?
I mean, is there any way that I can put it back? Like, how open is the computer system, and how distracted is he, and how tight?
He's very distracted.
Space?
His back is to you right now. You have no idea. I mean, how would you assess how complex the computer system is by just looking at it?
I mean, I guess the first thing I would scan for is, does he have any logins or anything written down?
No, it's not that
exactly.
Bad.
Yeah, okay. And we weren't given anything that I can plug in to quickly load a program.
No,
I wasn't clear on what we were provided in terms of.
You were provided something to steal login credentials. That's it.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I will use that then. Yeah, I will use that.
If you can use it here, then use it, but don't leave it in here. He's definitely going to find it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So you plug it in. All right. So that's your action. So you call security.
Wait. No. Okay. What I will do. My action will be. Can I cause a critical failure on the system quickly? Just break this. Unplug the right cord.
Yeah. There's a pot of coffee over there. You could pour it on there.
Is there anything I can do that's not so obvious, like unplugging a cord or something like that?
Yeah, that's going to be pretty obvious if you unplug a cord. You don't see the cords, so you actually have to reach by. They actually are professional enough not to leave cords easily trippable, and it's also pretty cramped quarters. So do
you have a knife?
I mean, I do. I literally, I'm not the one. I told you, I'm not the one to fight this guy. I'm
not saying stab him. Jesus, I was saying like. They probably have bundles of cords. If you want to identify the right cord and poke your knife into it.
Well, I mean, that's what I was wondering.
Immediately obvious.
Okay, give me a computer science check.
Okay. 39 out of 60.
Okay. You identify one thing you can do to sabotage the computers. You're not sure exactly. I'm going to roll a d10. And that's on a scale of 1 to 10 how effective your sabotage will be.
I mean, honestly, my goal is not to destroy. It's just to disrupt. I just want something that will just...
You don't really have time to calculate.
Okay. That's fine.
We're relying on luck a lot here.
You're kicking it and hoping... You're basically fucking it up in a very randomized way.
Okay. D10?
Yeah. Go and roll a d10.
6.
All right. So he calls security. After you steal the bracelet, and then you sabotage it through some unspecified way that is very quick, but will fuck up some things. And he doesn't notice immediately. So security comes up pretty quickly and says, let's just get you back to the VIP lounge. That's the safest place for you too. Okay? Follow me.
God, all I wanted was a little fresh air. I didn't know there would be gunshots.
Well, we told you that that's the safest room. It's, a armored panic room for executives. So
Is it bulletproof?
yes.
All I'm saying is that your executives left,
Okay then.
which had us concerned for our safety.
Well, you'll have to
If
take
it's
it
the
up with
safest
them.
place, why weren't they there?
Because they were going to deal with the problem.
All of them? You need your CTO to go deal with some deaths on site? That makes no sense. Yeah, just get us to the lounge. I can't.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna neurotically keep babbling.
All right. So the two of you are letting back. So meanwhile, back at the fenced off area, there is a lock on it, a padlock that you use as a key. So yeah.
Okay, but you said there's power cables and whatnot going in under the fence.
under the fence, and they have holes drilled into the side of the shipping container to let the cables in.
All right.
Now,
Are there any other
exhaust? So you know it's not a generator.
Okay. Are there any, I guess, holes for air or whatnot?
Not that you can see.
All right. Walking around, is the fence topped with barbed wire or something, or is it just the fence?
Regular fence.
All right. Well, find a nice dark corner that no one's observing and pop over the fence, I guess.
There's no dark quarters. It's still daytime. It's like at mid-afternoon. It's like 4:00.
Close enough to dark.
It's not.
It's really not.
Yeah.
So okay, but are the security people around here right now? It seems like no.
No. Basically, I'm gonna roll a. You have to make a luck check to see if anyone spots you. If you succeed on your.
Or what about stealth?
Stealth. Yeah, you can make a stealth check.
I'll time it. It's just as good as a luck check.
Mm-hmm.
52. No.
Okay. So,
I think I've made, 2 rolls so far?
Yeah. So you mistime it, so go ahead and give me your athletics check.
I will do so. Let's see if I can screw that up too.
Survey says no.
7. No, I am over it like a cat.
Mm-hmm. So, Selena, you see someone stopping and looking at you, too, as, let's see, Jed goes over the fence. So you can go and talk to that employee, or you can
Don't mind if I do. I will run interference for Jed.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, so was like, what are you doing?
I heard something out here. I wanted to make sure everyone was all right. Are you all right?
Yes. So go ahead and give me persuade.
And I do have that +10 from doing my homework.
Yeah, which will be negated by the -10 because you're like
freaking suspicious.
Yeah, very suspicious.
Weird.
So 50. Okay.
Yeah.
This one's for all the money. Survey says, "Oh God damn it!"
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Typical. Yep.
We're failing everything.
Hey, I didn't fall off the fence.
Have we accomplished anything?
No. Well, no, we got someone's phone.
IT team has accomplished things.
Yeah. So
maybe.
She tries to call security on her bracelet, but doesn't seem to be responding because of some problem with the network.
Nice. All right. So, is there there's a doorway into this thing?
Yeah, it is. It is. There's also a lock on that one, which I mentioned. But there is a crowbar nearby. You can.
I will use the crowbar key.
Strength times 5.
Okie dokie. Guess what? It's a 50.
You've also got a club now.
Also that. I rolled a 2. It happened. 2 successes.
All right, you pop it open. There is a very large machine.
Okay.
In there, and there is a There is also on top of the machine. There is a binder.
Oh, excellent! I like binders. They're paper. I can understand those.
Mm-hmm. It's like a set of instructions.
Fabulous. Is there a USB port on this thing?
No.
Okay. Then looking at the binder, what the hell am I looking at?
All right. Do you have any kind of technology skills? Heavy machinery would count even.
Alas, I've got the 10% there. I got what do I got? I got forensics. I got first aid. Nope. Accounting alertness, athletics, bureaucracy, criminology.
Stick the binder in your man purse that you definitely have, and bring it back to the nerd.
Yeah, that'll work. I'll just grab it
Okay.
and exit and close the
Alright.
door
Okay.
and bring the crowbar.
Yeah. So Selena, you have one more chance to try and distract this person, to keep them from seeing Jed just walk away with a crowbar and a binder.
Well, how big is the binder? Is it a big, thick
It's a
binder?
big. It's a big 3-ring binder.
Damn it! All right.
Oh dear.
So it's not pantsable or shirtable.
Man
Nope.
purse.
Nope. It is
Nope.
not pantsable.
All right. Do I need to make another roll to get back out over the fence?
No, but there's more gunfire in the distance. So Selena, you have one more check. Bit closer this time. The gunfire.
Okay. I am going to put my hands on her shoulders and try to put out the most comforting vibe I can and say, listen, I won't say anything. You won't say anything. This is all just a very strange day. And we can both just walk away and pretend none of this happened, okay?
Okay. Give me a one more persuade check.
With that or with the plus and minus canceling each other out?
They're canceling each other out.
Oh, please. Here's how panicked I am. I forgot how to roll. I did it!
Oh my
12
God!
out of 50!
All right. Well, the gunfire definitely helped your case as she runs back to the safety towards the lakeside, away from the forest.
Yeah, good thing we scouted out the gunfire so we can get a hold of Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, got a binder. Let's go find the tech guys.
Yep. So, are you also carrying the crowbar with you, or are you gonna? Do
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Or conceal it down a pants leg, something.
Okay. Yeah. I guess you can carry it on the pants leg. You just walk a little stiffly.
A little bit, but hey, who isn't? With the binder, if there are any like cover sheets that identify what it is, pull those out of the little plastic thingy.
Okay. Yes. Oh, yeah.
So it's just
yeah,
generic binder, not binder that came from their secret, super secret, whatever it is.
Yeah. So
I don't
you
suppose
got
it's labeled with what it is.
operational manual for the X5M-39833.
All right, that's in a pocket instead of visible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart. There you go.
Okay. So you all reconvene at the Glamour Lounge.
Yep, why not?
And let's see, Marcus Riley. I guess you can give me a computer science check.
And we'll form a physical wall between them and possible surveillance while they look at the manual.
Sure.
He could just go read it in the bathroom in case people go walking in.
That's a thought.
Either one, but it's a 26 out of 60 either way.
Okay. It's the device is actually it charges the machine on stage. The technical so this is an incomplete manual. I mean, or at least it tells you how to run this machine, which powers up the other machine. It doesn't just have a large battery to it. It has to give the power in very precise ways at precise time. And you have to calibrate it in a very specific way based on readings that you're given from the other machine. So it's very technical. It's very precise. You're basically getting part of the puzzle. But that machine, apparently there's a third component, and that there's cabling that runs from the machine that was backstage, and that and anything within the field. So you basically create a circle with these cabling, and then anything that creates a field, and something happens in the field. So yeah.
Given the manual that I have, is it possible to ascertain? All right, so it needs to be very precise, so it's easy to screw up. But are there any really negative implications to screwing it up?
Is there a safety section?
Power surges.
There is. Well, there's no possibility of a power surge because it's like a battery, so it's using its own. It only has it takes apparently 24, 30 hours of charging to recharge it after it's used once. So there's, in order to make sure that there's no power surge, at least on the battery's end. There is a safety section. It seems to indicate that failure is pretty catastrophic.
Okay. That's kind of what I figured.
So like explosion risk, high voltage.
Actually, you know what, Marcus? Give me a sand check.
All right. Yay.
Tentacle monsters coming out of your nose.
I pass.
Okay. One for unnatural. There in the event there safety section for failure, moderate, minor, absolute failure. No safety precautions can mitigate a catastrophic failure.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I will keep that to myself for now until it becomes important later.
Yeah.
Can I, while they're covering me, can I also craft microelectronics on the bracelet to just identify if there's anything
that
weird
reminds
about
me.
it?
Look for microphones in them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure the whole thing is a microphone and a receiver and transmitter, but is there anything weird about it?
Sure. Go ahead and make a roll.
56 out of 40. Nope.
Yep. It's
all right. Well, since I'm not going to get anything out of this, is this on, given what I stole?
The one you stole?
Yeah.
It is not on. It is blank. It is not. But you have to program it before it.
So here's a question: Can you take the bracelet and put it on someone else so it doesn't beep?
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I put the one I have on myself?
You mean the blank one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put that on. Sure.
And then can I take the one that's on me and flush it down the toilet so that their system says that I am trapped in a septic tank?
Why?
I don't know. Just confuse the system.
Yeah, sure.
I guess their system is having strange, unexplained problems.
Yeah. It's weird. Yeah, you can do that, sure.
Yeah, all right. And then also nobody questions that I'm not wearing, I have a bracelet on. Nobody will question it. So.
It's not inscribed with your name, though.
Yeah, well, nobody can look that closely unless I'm dead.
Unless you're dead. So, or you're captured.
True.
Yeah, there's more gunfire. You think you hear a scream in the distance. And then a couple other screams.
I have one thing. I was wondering if I could check on the file.
Yeah.
I'm a Fed, so I'm fairly familiar with top secret, restricted access, all that good stuff. Is there anything like that on this?
Are you talking about the binder?
Yeah, the stuff in the binder, like the.
Is anything stamped confidential?
Oh no, this is all
OpCon.
This is rewritten specifically for this from this corporation.
Oh, okay.
If they took it from classified materials, they obviously did not reproduce that part of it.
Damn.
Yeah. So you can't just say, "Ha, you still it says secret here." That's a no.
Does it give any kind of hint whatsoever what the thing does?
Not from this part of the manual.
Does it give any hint whatsoever how the thing does what it does?
Nope, not in this manual. This is just how to charge.
Does it talk about what the failure modes are?
Failure modes are 1, it doesn't activate. 2, it was misconfigured for the target, and which case it's apparently bad for the target. And then 3, catastrophic failure, and which cannot be mitigated.
That's awesome.
Less than optimal.
Yep. So there is though. There are 2 other manuals that are kept with the machines, and you find out the primary machine is kept backstage for the performance. Apparently, these manuals were written specifically for this retreat.
Okay.
And then the cabling is in the auxiliary RV.
Oh, let's find that.
Yeah. CTO has access code.
Which one was the CTO?
Beth.
Excellent. She's out there shooting at people or whatever.
Yep.
Have we got her assistant's phone?
You sure
Good
did.
point.
Did we has our little network?
You can check you don't have access to the outside world, but you have access to your own stuff. And yes, there's an access code in the executive assistant's phone for the auxiliary RV.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Okay. I think we need to go next then.
Yeah.
Well, we can. I don't know if we'll have to talk our way out of here, though.
Maybe wait until the shooting stops.
No,
Okay.
that we should absolutely not wait till
We
the
should absolutely
shooting
not
stops.
wait for the shooting to stop.
The running gun battle out in the woods is the best cover we are ever going to get.
Okay, so you start heading out to the auxiliary RV. This time the guard is like, "Are you sure you want to go? I thought you were scared. You wanted someplace safe."
I can't leave them alone. I'm
Why don't you all stay here and have another drink?
Well, you know how it is. Sometimes you have to seize the bull by the horns. I wouldn't be a very good CEO if I didn't lead by example, now would I?
What are you leading them to? Danger?
We're just going to our tent, grabbing a few things, coming back, having some drinks, and waiting for this to blow over. Surely you don't mind that.
Well, then I'll have a guard escort you.
Oh, don't worry. I'm a big girl. I can handle myself just
It's
fine.
not a point that I'll get in trouble if any of you get hurt or lost.
You have my word. All four of us will be back.
I'm sorry. Your word is not. You don't sign my paychecks. Martin, get in here. Take these people to their tents so they can get their things and they can come back here. Martin, big tall dude is like, yeah, all right, come on this way.
I mean, at this point, like out of character, we still haven't identified what they're shooting at. Like, I feel like
they're shooting at the ex-CEO who is out there chastening it up in the woods, fucking probably.
None of you guys are at all concerned about why there's so much gunfire.
It's hopeless. Oh God, he's gonna kill us all. Through the woods, as you all five leave, followed by Martin, the guard. You're about halfway. He's leading you to your tents. When a couple of blood-soaked employees, Rod, we gotta get out of here, man. We gotta stop. Save yourself. He's coming for us. We're just feeding him bodies, man. It's not human.
Are they still armed?
One of them's holding like a blood-soaked hatchet. One of them has a shotgun holstered or on his back. And the other one's missing his hand.
Oh dear Lord in heaven.
Yeah.
Is that a sand check?
Yeah, that's sand check for violence for all of you. Yeah. 0-1.
I'm fine.
93.
You still aren't.
There we go. Oh, this one. Okay. Get my violence tick. Maybe I can adapt tonight.
Martin looks really well. You can all make human checks for Martin.
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
How much do we lose?
1 if you fail.
I do not make it.
I
made it.
Human.
All right. Martin is reassessing his situation. He did not sign up for this. So
I wanna like half panic, like not. I'm panicking, but in a different way, and I wanna like channel that panic into a way that makes me collide with the man with the shotgun, and both of us fall on the ground. As I
yeah. If you want to get the shotgun, that would be unarmed.
I don't want to just outright take the shotgun. I want to just sort of get both of us on the ground.
Okay.
And maybe he falls on top of me, and then we can assess the situation from there.
Okay, Dex times 5 if you want to pratfall that way, I guess.
Are the other people still running?
Okay, that doesn't work. He gets past me.
Yeah. He's on a mission.
I'm
unless you
running
actually,
away. Then.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do anything overt yet. I'm just running away toward. The tents.
Are you running in a particular direction? Or are you following?
I'm running toward the tents. It's where we said we were going.
Okay, you're at. Okay, all right. Marcus, what about you?
So there are people running away. Where are they running towards?
Towards the lake. Towards leaving this whole place.
I am going to be like, oh my god, and run off with them.
Okay.
But
I was hoping the security guy would chase me if he went anywhere.
Well, if y'all split up, he can't chase all of you at the same time.
Right. I was
yeah.
gonna.
Yeah, sorry.
That works.
Marcus,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I was gonna try to stealth off after I ran off with the one group and then stealth from there.
Okay, well, you start running off with them. Selena, what about you? Where you, two of you other agents are running different directions. Martin has not yet decided what he is going to do. He is yelling, "Stay here! What are you doing? Stop running! God damn it!" Selena, so what are you doing?
I'm going to try to convince him to leave me alone and, I don't know, head back to the. Well, no, I'm CEO, aren't I? I'm more. Shit.
You can just run if you want.
Run. I'm going to run towards the woods.
The woods, the sound of the gunfire.
Run towards gunfire.
All right.
I want to find out what the fuck is going on.
Sure. Jed, what are you doing?
Okay, so I was away for a moment. What happened with the we're going to this other trailer?
The security guard came with us. A bunch of people who were covered in blood and horribly wounded came running out of the woods. And then we Scooby-Doo scattered in all directions to get away from the security
I caught that
guard.
part. So where is the security guard near the trailer now? Is he following someone?
No, he's not in the trailer at all. You're all heading towards your glamour tents, and
We're out in the middle of the campground.
Three of us have gone off in different directions.
All right, but I have the access codes to that trailer, and
all of you have access codes.
And the guard is not next to me. I'm going to go to the trailer.
Well, you can run in that direction to the trailer. So,
sure. Athletics roll or just I do?
No, you don't have to. Like the guard, you all split up in going.
We all ran in the opposite direction.
So,
I mean, my intention was that we would stealth from there, then get back together. But I guess we didn't really talk about.
Well, we know where we were going to, so most of us, I imagine, will try to hook up there.
The guard decides not to follow any of you because he's not paid enough for this shit. So he actually stops and helps the employee with the severed hand. Because he is trained in first aid and he doesn't want the guy to bleed to death. So, and the guy's screaming for help. So good guy, Martin. All right, Selena. You run up into the sound of the gunfire and you find, whatever's happening is getting closer. But no, it's actually you hear it going more distant now. The smell of ozone is faintly in the air, but you give me an alertness check.
Alrighty. This was not my brightest idea. Critical success.
Awesome. See, you're just complaining about
the dice hating me.
Yeah, the dice hating you. So, you have you find a gun. Fully loaded. It's just on the ground. Couple, bloody fingerprints on it. What? It's a civilian gun. What is it?
It's a pistol.
All right, you find a pistol. You also find an employee nearby, leaning up against a tree, sitting down, sort of hyperventilating, trying to calm down. She's covered in sweat. You recognize her as one of the other. I'll say. This is Christina, one of Lucio's assistants.
Christina?
Yes.
Oh, just breathe. It's just me. What happened?
Yeah. I'm sorry. What was your question?
What happened?
Oh, Shelton is mad. And,
what is he mad about?
What? I'm not supposed to say.
I won't tell.
I have an NDA.
Are you really willing to die for an NDA? Come on. You're a smart girl. You're smarter than that.
Give me plus 20 total on your persuade check.
Oh boy, that means I literally can't fail. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I pass.
All right. He was the He was the first test subject. We thought he wouldn't live, but Lucio used him to perfect the machine without giving him the full power, and but he survived somehow, and it's he's figured out how to use it on us. Well, Shelton has. It looks like, I can't even describe it, but I don't know the science or the tech. I mean, Beth and Alonzo knows the tech a little better than I do, but, and of course Lucio does, but he I think he's here not just for revenge, but for the machine. I think he wants to use it again. Well, no, Shelton did say something about destroying it. He wants to destroy the machine. Well, why would he want to do that? Maybe because it's the thing that transformed him? But that was an earlier version.
I think I know why.
Why?
Well, think about it. What happens when an engine breaks or it goes out of control? It just revs over and over and over and over until, it wrecks everything.
I mean, he doesn't seem to need any help. I think maybe Shelton, maybe is afraid of it. Because our guns, I'll tell you that much, our guns don't work.
Yeah, I've seen as much.
But, I mean, Lucio had something that hurt him or drove him back.
What did he do?
I don't know. I just heard a sound. In the distance, you actually hear a group of people approaching.
Listen.
Like a large group.
There's help coming. I need you to keep your head down and don't let them know I was talking to you, okay? I'll do the same.
Okay.
I will take care of this.
All right. So, meanwhile, Steven, which direction were you heading again?
I was heading back to the tents.
All right, you get to the tents.
I want to get to my things.
Mm-hmm.
I will. I'll go into my bag where I have a nothing crazy, just like a sort of one of those, multi-tool kind of things, like saw blade.
Sure.
You kind of can't multi-tool,
Yeah.
I want to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Flashlight, just in case. Mm-hmm. And then I want to hustle it off toward that trailer.
Okay. Let's see. Who was heading to the trailer? Was that Jed?
That was Jed.
All right, Jed, you're at the trailer.
Cool. Anyone else on the trailer?
There's people hiding and scattering. Nobody's paying attention to you.
All right, I'll just boop, boop, boop in.
Yep, you're in.
Is there anyone in the trailer?
Alonzo.
Which is their tech guy?
No, CFO.
Oh, financial guy.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh, good, you are here. That's what they told me.
I didn't tell anybody. He's holding a bottle of very expensive bourbon.
I understand.
Old Pappy. I think that's the $1,500 one. Anyways, he's taking swigs from it. Well,
good. I'm glad you're relaxed. It's important that you're relaxed for this. Now, what's going on, and what is the machine supposed to do?
Why the fuck should I tell you? What are you, a cop?
Yes. I'd have to tell you if I was a cop, and I, in fact, am a cop. What the hell's going on? You will tell me, or you won't walk out of here.
Oh, shit, you're actually a cop?
Yup.
Figures.
Persuasion, or I don't know.
No, he's just like, yeah, fuck it, all right.
There we go.
What do you want to know?
What is this thing supposed to do? What happened to Shelton?
It makes you a god.
No. More specific than that. How? What's it change? Does it let you, take over people's minds, fly, float through the air, what?
My kid, he loves the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the guy who's in the ice.
Yeah, Captain America, yeah.
We did that for real.
You froze someone?
No, the thing that made him strong. What was it? The super soldier.
Super soldier formula.
Yeah, we researched that shit. We, meaning you, the government.
Yeah. I heard that.
We bought. Someone gave us this research program to make super soldiers, and Lucio bought into it. And I thought it was a crack of shit, but I was like, I need to put my kids through. I got a lot of bills to. I don't know.
I understand that's not illegal. Mostly, yeah, cool.
Anyways, it works.
Is Shelton the only subject so far?
Well, Shelton was the prototype.
Uh-huh.
He's supposed to be dead.
Uh-huh.
It was incomplete, is what Lucio said.
Uh-huh.
The final things tonight, I guess it's probably going to be moving up. Anyways, these cables cost $50 million to make.
Wow.
To a very large crate.
What do they do?
Well, they're the thing that creates the energy field that, if you configure it right, turns you into a god, supposedly, or a super soldier.
How confident are you that it works without unfortunate side effects for example, Shelton's supposed to be dead?
Well, he was the prototype. He was basically, they needed a live test subject.
Sure. But did they test it on anyone else since then?
No.
So you're just going to use it on a whole bunch of people?
No, just Lucio. Lucio's going to be our guy.
Lucio's going to ascend. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me feel slightly less bad about the whole thing.
Okay.
I mean, still not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But that's really helpful. Hey, these wristbands, anything I need to know about them? Are they recording this?
They spy on you and stuff, but like.
Well, of course.
I think our network's been kind of fucked the last hour. Maybe Shelton.
Weird. Yeah, these things happen. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, who knows about the whole plan for Lucio becoming super powerful?
Oh, all of us do. All the.
And why do you think that someone who's super powerful will still give a rat's ass about any of you or money?
Because he needs people to do the work.
Does he? After he's a super soldier?
Yes, of course.
Does he?
Yeah. Someone's got to write the contracts and order the employees. And
you think this is still about money?
Oh, Lucio, it's always about.
You've met this guy, right? He's a megalomaniac.
Of course, it's got to be about money. He's got to be better than Bezos and Zuckerberg.
Really?
Yeah.
You think any of them are different? Really? Wow.
Yeah. You think
I've seen too much, man. I've seen too much.
You haven't seen enough of the people I've been hanging with, man. It is all about the money. Let me tell you.
So it's just basically a big old dick measuring contest, but money.
Yeah. But he'll once he's a super soldier god or whatever. He'll get more money than all of them.
What kind of abilities did Shelton get? I mean, it seems like he's causing a lot of problems out there.
Yeah, I thought he would be dead. He looked like he had a bunch of tumors on him when I saw him when he jumped out that window.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Obviously,
he's really good at killing people. It sounds like.
Yeah, as you said, Marvel movies. I mean, they just got the rights back, right? To the guy with the claws that heals. I'm thinking that it's like that, except horrifying, because, of course, in real life, it would never go that easily, right?
I guess. I don't know, man. Look, this bottle is like $1,500. I just want to finish it, all right?
That's cool. Yeah. Hey, these controls in here, do they usually have technicians working this?
Yeah, probably.
Right. I mean, I'll find the manual.
Yeah,
I'll find the manual.
Yeah, the manual's right there.
Is there some duct tape?
Sure.
I'll duct tape one of his hands to the chair.
Why? Okay, yeah. Hey,
I want to be able to find him if I need to.
He pulls his hand, but look, I'm just sitting here, man. Like, why you gotta be like that? Don't be grabby.
Oh, well, fine. You're right. Cop reflex. Anyway.
Yeah.
Look, glance through the manual, side effects, emergency procedures, anything, safety.
There's all that. Like, do you have any skills to understand any of that shit?
I read a book once. It had pictures, though.
Yeah. Maybe.
Why do you keep finding all the tech stuff?
Well, I'm pulled to it. I can't make die rolls. As I recall, was it Steven or Marcus that were heading this way?
Steven,
I am running there right now.
Yeah, you get there.
And I hand you the manual when you walk in.
Yeah, I'm opening. I don't take the manual. I'm moving toward. I'm looking for the cables. Like, where are the cables? Where are the cables?
In a
I point.
massive secure crate container. I mean, you can just open it up. It's like a.
Oh, we can open it. Okay. Well, I'm opening that, and I'm flipping open the saw on my multi-tool, and I'm hacking the ends off of the cables.
Okay.
Valid. By the way, those are what do you say, 50 million or 5 million each? Something.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. We need to make sure they can't use these.
Well, before you do that, Alonzo said, well, those expenses,
Shut up, Rummy. Drink your booze.
Well, yeah, okay.
Also, quietly, I'll brief you on what I found out.
I'm listening to you while I'm listening to. I'm just gonna assume I know
right.
everything that he told you while I'm chopping the ends off these cables.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, Marcus, where were you? You were just heading with the employees, right?
Well, I was rushing off with the employees at the beginning, but I was using that just as cover to stealth off and get away to being alone for a second.
Okay. All right. You're alone for a second.
Then first thing is, can I use the combination of Natasha's phone and our sat phones to make any sort of call out?
Nope.
Okay. Then second off, I will make my way back towards quietly towards the head IT trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And are there a lot of people there, or just the one guy still working there?
The shades are still drawn or lowered.
Okay.
You can't see anymore.
I will walk up and knock on the door again.
You see a guy, the same guy. He looks through the window in the door and says, "Go away."
Beth sent me to help. She said you were having network problems.
Fuck off. You're not. You're an investor. I'm busy.
Look, Beth sent me to assist.
He just leaves.
Take it up with her. All right. Can I pry open the door quietly, or is that going to be loud?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
You're the guy with the locksmith, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you can do that.
Okay. I guess I'm going to try to sneak up behind him and let's turn this into a gimpy fight.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and give me that stealth roll. I'll give you plus 10 because he's distracted.
If this guy knows judo,
I make it.
I'm gonna laugh.
All right, give me. If you make an unarmed check, you can choke him out.
Okay. This will be the weirdest, like, tech dork versus tech dork. No, critical failure.
Oh, a 99 critical failure.
Oh
Classic.
my god!
I'm so
Dice parser giveth and
Yeah.
dice parser taketh.
All right. So you're sneaking up on him. He sees you in the reflection of a screen, and grabs his multi-tool and jabs you in the neck with it, which is a screwdriver. So it is going to do 1d6 damage in the neck. With a crit failure. I mean, I don't know what else to do.
Oh, yeah. No, it's fine.
3 damage. Got a big gouge in your neck. Bleeding. I mean, it's a screwdriver, so it didn't go all the way through, but it's... Oh, fuck. That really fucking hurts. Oh, God.
I guess.
So,
I passed
yeah.
the sand check.
Yeah. It's combat. What are you going to do?
I guess at this point, my multi-tool, I'm gonna try to stab at him with.
Okay.
Dual multi-tools.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, unarmed or melee,
It's
whatever.
truly
just the most...
the duel of the fates.
Nope.
Yeah. All right. He's got 40 in it, and he as well. So you're just flailing around at each other,
Like they do.
like you do.
Duel of the fates.
Yeah. So he's screaming though, bloody murder, and we'll see how long this goes. Meanwhile. Well, no, let's just do one more round.
Okay. All right.
Go and make your attack roll.
I'll stab at him. 2. Yeah.
All right, that hits. D6 damage.
Five.
All right, you get him really badly. Where are you hitting him?
I guess I'm going for his neck in response.
Yeah,
Quiet him up.
All right, he's bleeding. There's blood all over the place. There's blood on the white floor, blood on your hands. And he is pretty panicked. He does not want to die here. So he is going to try and use unarmed to just push you away. And gets a crit success. So he kicks you, and you go flying to the other end of the office, and you fall down stunned, and your weapon flies out of your hand. The new round, he is going to get up, yell first initiative, and he's just going to get up and run out, and screaming for help. So what are you going to do?
I guess I'm going to try to tackle him before he gets to the door.
Okay, unarmed.
Oh god, this has gone so wrong so fast.
I made it.
All right,
Our
he will
pre-mod
get an
combat
opposed...
character is
The
Ark.
blinds might still all be closed.
All right, he fails his unarmed check, so you managed to tackle him, and hold him down. And but he did get outside the door, so this is now visible.
Well.
Yeah, I mean you got a crit fail. You were pretty.
Yeah. No, that's.
Now I'll give you. You don't know if anyone actually saw that. Like, so if you shut it up right now, maybe you can still keep this good.
I guess I'll try to choke him out.
All right, one more unarmed check.
This is not going. Actually, it's going exactly the way I thought it was going to go. Hey,
Except that worked.
All right, he's holding you off though because he rolled higher on his opposed check, so he gets away. And he starts scrambling away. So, what are you going to do?
If you thought it was gonna...
all right.
It's actually very good for me.
Yeah.
Just looking at the inside, does it look like he got the computer system running again?
It looks. I mean, it's hard. Give me a computer science check.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, he undid some of the damage. So yeah.
All right. I am going to use their network to essentially send an SOS through, one of those like text to type networks to our handler. It's basically like shit's going down, shooting at something in the wood.
Yeah, give me computer science.
48 out of 60.
Okay. 48 out of 60. Let's see here. 48 out of 60. All right, so it succeeds in time for a security guard to show up. So you could run from the security guard. Actually, give me an alertness check to see if he knows the security guard in time.
There is no way. No, 98
right, he's
out of
in the building, blocking the only way out unless you go through a window.
I will surrender at that point. My fighting is over.
All right. Yeah, you're zip tied. Meanwhile, Selena.
Yes.
You find Lucio at the lead of a party. He is. Some of them are bloody, but they are there. He is looking very determined, and barking out orders. People are rushing to various sectors. Looks like they're moving the time of the special event up. So he's focused on that. What are you gonna do?
Ah, crap! And all I've got is a pistol.
Yeah.
And I shoot him. That mob is going to be on me. Are we near the stage, or
You
are
might
we
still kill him.
in the middle of the woods?
It might be worth.
You're in the woods, but not too far from the campground. So you could try and shoot him and stealth away, but it would be very difficult. You know what? I'll give you another alertness check.
Oh, this is not gonna. I am very scared. Pass. 48 out of 70.
All right, there's a crossbow. If you want to fucking snipe him from the darkness,
Yes.
Silent assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but yeah.
Yeah, this is
It's Chekhov's gun. It's
Yeah.
Chekhov's crossbow. The guy was carrying it out there, and he's dead by your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. Okay, taking a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, I hit him. 19 out of 50.
All right, he definitely didn't expect that. Roll. I'm just gonna say that's a D12 of damage.
Well,
Max damage.
All right, you
Dice
really
Bot
want
likes
to make this
crossbows.
stealth check?
Oh, fuck stealth. I'm just fucking running.
All right, you really want to make this athletics check?
Because my athletics and my stealth are both base, but I will take it.
All right.
Well, athletics is 20 higher at base.
No!
Doesn't matter.
All right. Yeah, there's 3 of them. They see you. I'm gonna do 3 firearms attack at 40%. So, yeah. That's a crit failure.
Oh, I got nervous for a
That's
second.
a regular failure. And that's a failure. Give me Sam check for violence.
Yay!
I'm just gonna make this a D6.
I made it!
Alright, it's 1 because oh god. Yeah, so you're
Violence?
running. Yeah. It's still 1 violence because like you murdered a dude and 3 people just narrowly all 3 missed. So yeah.
So ops going well.
Yeah, ops going well. So, Selena, you realize you just have to keep running and running and running and running. You can't stop. They're going to chase you for a while. So, if you give me 2 more athletics checks, you can get sufficiently far away. That this will. If you make 2 athletics checks in a row, they won't have any chance to get a good bead on you.
Would my military science land help any?
Not at this point. This is all reflex at this point. This is all like physicality.
Nope.
All right. 2 shots for each failure you make. There's a lot of dudes chasing you.
Even if I die, it's worth it.
All right. Failure again. And
Crit
a crit
fail.
failure. All right. One more.
Yeah, but look
athletics
at the
check.
angels on your side here, I'm telling you.
Nope.
All right. 2 more shooters come up.
Dice parser is playing.
1 finally hit. And 2 finally hit. So these are both going to be D10s.
Okay.
2 wing.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. That is not. Yeah.
Another crit fail.
And 1. Only 3 damage.
Wow.
I am still up and running.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
But now you're running.
Very nice.
Yeah. So, let's see here. Let's see here. Sorry. People are messaging. So meanwhile, but you just have to keep running in the woods. And eventually they leave because, well, yeah, the entire camp's in a panic at this point. Things are broken down. So, you've sabotaged the cabling. Marcus has been compromised or has been captured. So Steve and Jed, what are you 2 gonna do?
Okay, after I've finished just as bloody-mindedly and obviously sabotaging these cables, I'm taking the ends with me. And I want to take some pieces of the cable with me too.
Well, also,
Okay.
you know, we've got the manual. You can look at it and try and figure out what.
Yeah,
the
we
hell.
got that. I am
Let's get out of
grabbing.
here.
I'm grabbing Jed, and we are running. We're not running toward the road. We are running out into the woods, and I'm
Sure.
hoping that we can get to the town. We can get far enough away, at least, that I can use the sat phone to contact.
So, is this a
handler.
navigate roll or survival, or we
We're-
just go?
I don't know.
Navigate-
We're running it. It's whatever. We're running
Yeah.
out into the woods
Yeah, navigate's perfect.
to get away
Okay,
from.
I got a
this
50
place.
in that. Of course, we'll see how that goes.
We will.
45.
Nice.
Freakish.
All right.
Ranger Jed saves you. We're out of there.
Let's see.
We've got 2 or 3 manuals. What more could they really ask for?
The center machine one would have been nice, but
Yeah, well,
It
you
would've
know,
been. But
Yeah.
we could call the.
So-
we can come back with guns.
we can come back with
as soon as I have bars on that sat phone, I
So
am
Marcus,
calling
all your
Ranger.
comrades. Little did you know, all your comrades have abandoned you.
I don't know
you're
what happened to him.
Yeah,
We don't know what happened to Marcus.
yeah. So you're basically Beth comes to you and says, "Do you have anything to say? You killed your one of you killed our leader, killed our only hope at a better world. Do you have any final words?"
I'm better at you at this tech stuff, so if you want to get it going again, you need to keep me alive. I'm the only one who's seen the manuals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me a persuade check.
It's a pretty compelling argument, really.
Bluff them until the strike
Nope.
team can kill you. Oh well.
Oh well.
Yep. Unfortunately, I cannot trust you. She shoots you in the head. Yep. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry. There's like, well, she thought, well, yeah, I could use the machine myself. Unfortunately, so yeah, the three of you who do survive, what happens actually becomes a national, well, no one's sure exactly what the fuck happens. Hundreds of people die in upstate New York over the next week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Violently.
Yep.
And good.
Well, people in the near towns as well.
That's not as good.
No, not good.
Yeah, there are sightings of a monster in the woods, which are cited as rumors.
Do any of these corporate trolls live?
No.
Very good.
All the executive officers are murdered that night by Shelton. So the machine...
Does he destroy the machines?
Yes, he does, which is what he wanted. The machine was the only thing that could have killed him.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, not good.
Yep.
I actually thought of that and then thought, I'm not going to say that. It would help.
It would help. So Shelton was unstable. He was basically violently projecting his entropy onto others, which manifested as shadowy figures emerging from... Shelton appears as basically a tumor-ridden ogre, like grossly distorted humanoid, larger than a normal. And shadowy projections of him would leave and go to people and rip them apart. Mm-hmm. And then his body would be restored by that much disorder, by that much entropy. Unfortunately, there's no way he could... So everyone he killed extended his life. Unfortunately, he could not. He would grow, the entropy within him would grow faster than what he could kill to keep it stable. So it was unsustainable.
Good.
So he does eventually die, but he kills like 500 people.
That is so much better than 5 million.
Well,
or 5 billion.
I think 500 is a good trade for stopping Mark Zuckerberg with a Messiah complex from
getting powers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was probably not going to happen. Yeah, I mean, it would have happened if Shelton wasn't there to interfere.
He was winning. I feel like if I had done absolutely nothing to stop him, then it might have gone off.
Well, the worst case scenario is actually Shelton interfering with Lucio during the
process.
During the process, that would cause the catastrophic failure, which would release a massive radiation burst in like a 5-mile radius.
Only 5 miles. That's very convenient.
Yeah, well, it would have annihilated all.
No, that's pretty bad.
People would have thought a dirty bomb would have gone off.
5-mile radius of horrible irradiation is really, really
dirty
bad.
Bomb is there's the explosion. There's just a bunch of crap you have to deal with. It's not.
Well, that's what they really
improvised.
This is what the media
nuclear
would
explosive. That's probably more what you're thinking.
Yeah, well, this is what this would be called by the media. It would have been catastrophically bad, but it would have been. So yeah, basically the technology was essentially synthesizing a human with an extra dimensional life form at the same time.
It is a dimensional shambler mix.
Well, I was thinking more like Son of Yogg-Sothoth, but tomato.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I thought it had something to do with what is it, the Corliss numbers. The guy that was working on the UFO, and he wrote down all those numbers, and if you think about them too hard, you
it
turn
was from
into
the
a horse
cookbook, but
ghost.
it's not that, but it was from the cookbook. It was a technology thing.
I win.
Yeah, you do win. You do get away after only being shot a couple of times.
Well, I also win because I was guessing there was fuckery from, those guys.
Yeah,
I figured it was MJ12 the moment.
So
I started talking about
this is like leftovers from
weird projects in the 80s.
Yeah.
So
yep.
I'm not going to talk about that. But
Shelton got the short end of the stick, got the bat, but like with that information Lucio got from transforming Shelton, he was able to perfect it. So he could have become basically a Son of Yogg-Sothoth-esque half human, half inhuman monster.
And open the doorway for Daddy.
Well, no, I mean not yet. I mean, eventually, but like
Yeah.
he would first become the richest person on Earth, and start his own corporation, literal cult, corporate religion, and yeah, it would have been really bad for everybody. But that was not going to happen because Shelton was just going to, and basically Shelton, anytime he was shot or suffered normal damage, it was just instantly replaced, not regenerated. It's just the only thing that he had to worry about was entropy and. And the machine. The machine would have, if you managed to lure him into the machine, it would have fucked him over instantly.
I don't know how you would do that though.
Well, as long
if
as
he was working on it and we turned it on, he was trying to sabotage it or something. I'm
but
assuming that we could have like
basically you could have you could have put something over the cables and just had him walk into it and zap him with that. So
I was assuming that we could have tried to, if we had gone out with the guns, the guys with the guns, then potentially we could have like tried to like get on his side and like said something like, "Hey, we're trying to fucking stop this guy. Like, why are you here?"
You could have
and then we could have figured out that this guy is just as bad, and maybe we need to take him out too.
He was probably well below below 0 sand. So
definitely, but that doesn't mean that he wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's true.
Be willing to align with us temporarily.
Yep. But it was real bad for everyone. It was a real bad scene, but you stopped it. Yeah, kind of.
We delayed it.
500 people died, but again,
we pushed back on the darkness.
Not too bad.
We delayed the worst.
Yeah.
Did we get enough stuff that they cannot reproduce this?
Oh yeah, no, they well, I mean, everyone involved with it's dead, and like
fantastic.
The data actually, basically, a bunch of feds will seize a bunch of encrypted hard drives and fucking throw them into an industrial shredder, and there goes all the data. So.
Yep.
Good.
Or to a live volcano, something. Yeah.
Well, live volcanoes are more expensive.
Not necessarily. Depends on what state.
Well, not in the continental United States.
Okay, that's fair.
Not in New York.
Yeah.
And doing it quietly.
Yeah, so they're going to throw an industrial shredder. It's all going to go away. But basically, I got the idea from two things. One, a documentary about WeWorks.
Oh, God.
Which is where that was what the employee retreat was. And then Halloween Kill, which was like Halloween Kills, which is like, hey, let's go hunt down the unkillable monster. That's a good idea. It turns out it's not.
It's a good idea for a story. Just don't do this.
Basically, there was a slasher film going on just off screen. You were just seeing...
well, we could have been part of the slasher film.
You could have been part. You could have talked to Shelton if you told him like,
hey, I
we're
figured that he was out there. We could have done something.
I mean, sure we could have, but it's not like anyone made any persuasion rolls this entire time.
Yeah. See, Shelton's problem was he thought that Shelton knew the machine could kill him. He just thought he could kill his way to be sustainable. He didn't realize it was going to keep accelerating. So you could have, So if you'd worked with Shelton or talked to him, it would have been a bunch of sand hits. We're like, go kill those other people. It's great. It's fine.
Oh my God. I lost a whole point of sanity this whole time.
I don't know. I think I did all right. Chopping the cables up.
I mean, you all have to make a sand check when Marcus doesn't come back.
Yeah, but don't we get sand back for like having prevented Lucio's ascension or whatever?
Yeah, but that's going to be canceled out by all the collateral damage, too.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll do that sand check right now.
We didn't exactly save the day.
Sure
No.
we did.
Yeah.
On a grand,
didn't.
Yeah.
3 out of 4 walk away. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
I missed the sand check.
My only regret is that
how much
I
do you
didn't-
lose?
Oh, I crit fail that.
It's a D6 if you fail.
Well,
D6
okay.
if you crit fail. Sorry, Marcus, what was it?
I was just saying, my
pass
only
it.
regret is that I didn't get the chance to make Ross come up with band names by going to check out the concert.
Oh, I just would have done Vaporwave Artist. Vaporwave in this universe is... Wait, no, yeah. I would have band name. No, it's Cryo Chamber. It's all Dark Ambient.
It's all cryo chamber.
Atrium Curse series on stage. Oh no, all the Dark Ambient artists are dead.
And on that night, you all should be also listening to Ross's Night Clerk Radio.
Hey, yeah. Any final questions about the scenario?
It's what me and Ranger Jed listen to while we're running through the
That's
woods.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
In fact, it was the horror special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fine
No
episode.
questions from me. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Russ.
No, that was really great. I like that.
That was great.
Thank
All
you, Ross,
right.
and thank you guys. Have a good one.
All right. Yeah. Thank you all for listening. We'll talk to you all
And
later.
one more plug though. Also, after you've supported Ross, you should also take a listen to the Technical Difficulties Gaming podcast.
Oh yeah. Good people, those tech diff people. So yeah, what are you guys playing now?
God knows. It shifts.
It
There's
shifts.
a bunch of stuff in process, but slow because availability.
All right.
Jason is running a delightful all scores red markets game for us, but we're only like 1.5 jobs in so far. It's great though.
Yeah, all scores is fun.
Jason's great.
Go big. Go big or go home. I'm well aware. Cooper County War was quite a bit of fun.
Yes.
All right, cool. We'll talk to you all later. Bye.
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 Bye.